Welcome to Eclipse, Episode 6, The Rendezvous. Where we last left our crew, they were surrounded by creatures on Voidport, where they just met Dr. Adrian Chin, an illicit mod, cybermod doctor who is located just underneath the Noodle House, where he made a quick repair to Lord... what is his name? Kingsley. Lord Kingsley. I can't believe I forgot his name. But you made a quick repair to Lord Kingsley, and you dispatched a terrible creature that showed up out of nowhere. The people of Voidport seem to have been overcome by some kind of madness, and now you find yourself deep into the alleyways, away from your ship. What would you like to do?
Dr. Chen.
Yes, Captain.
Oh, wow. That's nice of you. You don't seem perturbed by any of this at all.
Just any normal day around here. It's okay.
Is this a normal day for you?
I mean, as you're saying this, I'm putting the head back on Betty White. You know, I'm pointing at her eye that was ripped out. I'm like, this is what happened last time. Someone decided there was a kerfuffle and her eye just went. It happens.
Kerfuffles, that's what we're gonna call this. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. You
don't think it's strange that there's some type of alien creature that is, just kind of...
Where is your cook? Was that...
As you say this, the cook kind of comes out from behind, and he's
there you are.
shaking. Yeah.
Don't just stand there. Get back to work.
There's something going on here.
Still operable.
No, sir.
Noodles.
There's something in here in the distance. Just these calls.
There's more of them.
I mean, we
Dr. Chen, are you sure that it's safe for you here? Maybe you should think about evacuating Voidport.
Like now. Like now. Like we should go now.
Yeah.
Like we should...
Hey.
Well...
In the distance, you see someone coming down the alleyway, and they're walking towards you. Hey, are you going to be part of the becoming? And then another person comes behind him. You see three more coming.
I would prefer not to become anything other than what I am at this time. Thank you. We're not interested. Have a nice day.
The crowd has flashlights, and it's definitely a crowd coming around the corner.
No, thank you. We're all full up. What do we do?
Yeah,
We
I
need
think
to move.
the clock is ticking here. I think let's
Stop, Peter.
Dr.
We need
Chen,
to get out of here. Have
you're
him bring the
welcome.
car around the back.
Everyone come downstairs, and everyone come downstairs to my room right now, and I pull a switch and basically collapses the whole noodle shop down.
Right.
So
the whole
creates
noodle
kind of
shop just starts just closing up into the floor.
Why didn't we do that for the big monster?
I was trying to run a business here.
Oh, fine. No, that's fine.
Okay,
No,
Okay.
Tommy's only scratched. No, it's fine.
What are we
Where are we
in
going?
right now? What is this?
Well, just in case of situations like these, and I, pull a rug from underneath my office here and just throw a table out the other side and open this huge latch. I have a safe underground passage directly to the port, should you need it.
I mean,
need it.
Yes.
We need it.
But are you you can't stay here. What are you gonna do? The entire port is crawling with these things.
Do you guys have the facilities necessary? Because I feel like I should still fulfill my end of the bargain with... I've only taken care of your silkware,
Yeah.
Captain Kiko. But you still have crewmates who don't have.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, no, whatever you can bring with you, we would appreciate to have that expertise on board. We can address once we're off here, who's getting what and the details of that. But yeah, would you come with us?
I'm looking at my cook. I'm looking at Betty White.
I understand this is your home. It's a lot to leave behind, Kiko. This is his life.
You can come back. You can take one of the pods or something when you want to make your way, but this doesn't seem like somewhere survivable right now.
Yeah, I don't want to be a downer, but I don't know if this place is going to be livable.
If I'm going to leave my home, I want you to promise me that we'll attempt to make contact with the others. I don't want this to be in vain if for scientific pursuit. I feel like it's kind of a waste here, don't you think?
I mean,
I agree with you. We'll discuss it as a group, but I mean, the last thing he said is that they needed to talk to us, right?
Yes, previously I was not favorable to the idea, but from what you, Dr. Chen, have told us, as well as what Buckford has been experiencing, it seems that the others know something about these creatures. Maybe Voidport is not beyond being saved.
Yeah.
I think so. I think there's a way we can...
This becoming hasn't happened yet. But the only way you can help them, Dr. Chen, is if you come with us now.
Yeah.
And we require your slickware to make contact.
I would also like to point out that maybe you would make a decent profit selling noodles in places where you don't have to have a defense mechanism built up. And, that's just smart business ownership 101. So, maybe expand that facet of your organization as well.
Sold.
You hear banging
what I like to hear.
Can we get out of here?
Yeah.
Yep,
all right.
yep.
You lead the way. You lead the way.
Should we take your chef and your Betty?
I suppose.
You see the chef's like, I'm getting out of here. I don't want to go meet anything else.
All right.
Okay.
I mean,
that's fair.
Oh,
I still don't know his name, by the way.
I think Tommy could probably help with Betty.
It's Ken. My name is Ken.
No, I'm talking about the robot.
No, he doesn't know my name. You see him just look flustered.
is he coming with us? All right. Let's go. Let's head towards.
Yeah. I'm gathering up all of my hardware and as much medication as I can.
The broth mix. Yeah.
And yeah.
I'm sorry, for a moment there I thought your name might be Ken Chen, and then I don't know why I thought. I'm sorry. I'll stop. I just thought maybe you were related, but there's no reason for me to assume that.
This leads us straight to the port.
It should lead directly underneath it.
Baxter and Asher are still some. I'm gonna open up comms. To Asher first. Asher, what's your status?
Hey, Captain. There's some stuff going on around. Actually, I gotta get real quiet because they're getting close.
Shit, Asher. Okay. Where do you know where you are? What's the closest?
We were just at a bar, and then the crowd started getting strange.
Can you make your way back to the ship? We're gonna head there now.
I can attempt to.
Captain, may I?
Mm-hmm.
No eye contact. Do not give them any eye contact whatsoever. And if they ask, just say yes, you are part of the becoming. Do not give any more answers. Do not talk to them anymore. Do not look at them. And fidget with your hair. That's usually a better way to meld in with the crowd.
All right. We'll check back in with you when we get to the ship, all right, Asher?
Right. I'm gonna make my way there now.
Keep us updated.
I don't know what happened to Baxter, but they're it looks like they're pulling people apart. And so I'm just gonna make my way to the ship.
Yeah, get out of there. All right. Okay. I'm gonna now call Baxter on comms. Baxter?
Yeah, what's going on?
Baxter, where are you? What's your status? How's it going?
I'm in the back of a bar. Just, look, I'll be honest, I'm just hiding back here. They just got through pulling apart the bartender.
Oh, shit. What bar are you at?
It's some place called the Slicker, some Slick Whistle or something, I don't know. Look, I'm trying to make it back to the ship, but, uh-oh. Well, hold on.
Fuck, do you know how far that bar is, Dr. Chen?
Dr. Chen, you know it is the Slick Whistle.
So the Slick Whistle is about, say, at least 3 city blocks away from the port. It'd still be risky for us to try to maneuver there.
All right, let's get back to the ship. Worst case, I grab. There's extra weapons on the ship. There's more resources there.
Is there a way that he can get into the tunnel from there?
There is, but I have not explored that tunnel. I don't know if there are any dangers in that corridor.
Okay.
So it's either we either go through known risks with the becoming cult, or we go through underground where we don't know what the risks are.
No, I was suggesting that we told him to go there. We still go to the ship. I'm not going.
Yeah, let's head to the ship. If anything, I can get some more resources. Peter can help. And we need to make sure that the ship hasn't been overrun either. We got to check on that. Let's start moving through the tunnel.
Yeah.
You make your way.
Before we go, actually, I'm crushing up some Sycorax and... Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I just needed one. I just needed a hit before we go.
We gotta talk about that on company time.
No judgment. No judgment here.
Let's move and talk.
Yeah, walking and talking.
You've got a little right there.
But let's move.
You're fine.
Can we, if Betty White gets on board, can we power her down, and then I can take a look at fixing her later? But I'd love if she was powered down right away.
Very well.
Yeah.
So while this is happening, Peter is back on board.
Yes.
What are you doing, Peter? How's it going?
Well, Lynn has been working on the cryopods, and the ship is in process of being repaired, just about done, I believe. And I have been having a very nice, relaxing sit, and just letting the stress of the last couple of days just kind of wash away, and recentering myself. I've also been familiarizing myself with the techniques of astrogation to be able to better direct the ship as to where we need to go, seeing as that is lacking on the crew side. So I've started studying that.
There appears to be several fires in the port.
Oh! Are they in danger of catching... I mean, I don't know how they catch... Is the ship in danger?
Not currently. And the screen pops up and you see that there's like 3 fires have started up in the distance. Smoke is billowing.
And on the comms, I contact Kiko. Captain Lawson, are you all right?
We're in an underground tunnel right now. There's some weird, freaky, the same things that attacked us on the ship are here, everywhere, all around us. But we're in a tunnel with a doctor and an android and a cook, maybe a cook.
Okay.
And we're making our way back to you.
Good. There are some fires in the port. Just FYI.
Okay.
They don't appear to be endangering the ship, but just, you might have to deal with them when you get here. Is there anything I can do to help?
pretty, that railgun.
Yes, possibly. Get on the railgun just in case when we emerge, there's anyone around us.
I really don't know how to do that.
Oh. Okay. Do you want me to? Should I activate? Do you want me to activate? I'm working with consent here. Would you like me to activate your defensive mode?
Right, that kind of situation. I mean, if you feel it's appropriate.
Yeah, it's your body though, remember?
What?
It's your body though, right? So, yes.
Yes, no, if you feel it's appropriate, then yes, I can help if that's the way you need me to help.
Do you feel it's appropriate?
Wait, what? Are you in danger?
Yes, okay, activate sentinel mode.
All right, so as now I have a chance to explain this a little better than last time. So as no one sees this, but as soon as she says activate Sentinel protocol,
you inflate
like a mission.
Yes, I inflate like a balloon and just roll out the airlock door. No, I'm like Veruca Salt. You see where previously there were no seams in like Peter's construction. You see the seams start to form, and then the almost like plates separate on Peter's form, and he enlarges in size. And you can see the cabling under his epidermis kind of strengthen, like the cords of muscle get bigger, and it's almost like the plates have shifted apart to make room for his increased stature and strength.
You just hear
Sentinel
this.
protocol activated.
Holy shit. And then Selena just watching behind. Well, the repairs are finished. What the hell happened to you?
Sentinel protocol has been activated. Thank you for your repairs, Selena. There is a situation on the station. I would appreciate it if you got somewhere safe and protect.
She kind of just looks
Be
around.
ready to protect yourself.
She wanders off to go protect herself.
He's going to go and open up the railgun position is near, I would say, the ramp in order to enter the ship.
Yes, it's on the right side. Is it?
It's on the right side?
You would be the
Starboard.
No,
starboard side of the ship.
How does one enter? Like, is there a gang ramp that comes
the
down?
Ramp
the ramp
is underneath the ship, though. So
it's
near the front, underneath.
I will drop the ramp. Be ready to move to the railgun if need be, if I'm ordered to. But I would take one of the pulse rifles and I stand on the ramp, guarding it to wait for them to come on board.
Got it. Okay. Let's join the crew back at the entrance of the tunnels.
Are we not in them?
Wait, you just entered them, I assume.
Okay. Yeah, just following Dr. Chen wherever he leads us.
The tunnels are dark, for one, and you can tell this is kind of like the access way where the recycled air and the electrical kind of can be maintenanced while the rest of the station is unaware. You hear all kinds of noise from upstairs above, just people screaming, people yelling. There's just some kind of strange noises of unknown origin. And up ahead you can hear noises too in the tunnel itself. Sound like breathing. Heavy breathing. Just
real quick question, Kiko.
Yeah.
Is the safety off of my gun? I've never fired one of these before.
What gun do you have?
He had the assault
You have
rifle.
the assault rifle. I go
Yeah,
ahead.
I
I reach
don't
over.
think we should fire in here because we could alert them up
I
top.
agree, but
We
just
should
in case.
handle this. Oh, yes. We should
I reach
avoid
over,
going loud.
turn the safety off.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Don't shoot your own balls off if you can help it.
Yes,
I was
preferably.
planning on it.
I'm gonna put my goggles down and activate the infrared
Got
and
it.
see if I can see anything down there. I guess I don't need a whisper talking to the warden, but you know,
Yeah.
what do I see?
You see a heat signature down ahead.
Just one? What does it look like?
It looks like some kind of humanoid form.
What do you say?
Yeah, there's definitely something down there.
Let me check it out.
Okay, I'd pass her the goggles.
You see what looks like a humanoid form sitting real still.
I'm moving very quietly to get a closer look.
Where are you going?
As you get closer, you can see that there's something else moving in front of it. There's like two forms kind of overlapping each other. One's kind of covering the other.
Like in a spicy fashion or just normal?
It would appear as if one is against the wall and one is in front of the other one.
Oh, okay. So
spicy.
not like on top of each other.
Not on top, no, vertical. They're standing.
What are they doing?
It doesn't rule out spicy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some strange jostling, and as you can, how close do you want to get to this?
Pretty close, as close as I can get. I think they seem to be distracted, so
Yeah, and it will follow behind, just, or at least Kiko will, just with the gun, just.
Where are you going?
Roll me a fear save, Dr. Ruha.
we are safe. Oh.
I'm basically
Okay.
trying to just watch Ruha's back here.
I do not make it.
You are overwhelmed by the horrific sight of what is a man being torn apart by this creature, and as he is torn, the creature just opens several mouths and vomits this disgusting fluid all over the arm, and then it just slaps it onto the other arm, and it just goes and reaches it again, and you have to, I want to go ahead and say, how do we want to do this? Roll me, let's just do an intelligence. Roll me an intelligence check, and I want to see if you can keep yourself quiet from reacting.
You quietly vomit.
I made it.
Right. You gain your composure as you can see the sight. The creature just and just starts. It's just working on this guy.
I tiptoe back and say, there's one of them down there.
Shit.
I'm gonna grab my hand welder off of my pouch. I didn't realize it's not a weapon, but it's got an end I can point at stuff.
No, it's perfect because they don't like heat. It's creating. It's getting bigger. I will just say that. But it seems distracted. You might be able to get the jump on it.
These tunnels that we're in, is it like this is the one way, or they're branching?
There's some branching ways.
Dr. Chen, is this our only path forward?
It's not the only path. I'm
Jen,
trying to
You would know of a workaround in this situation. It would take some time, but you might actually have to go surface level for a little moment and then get back down to a skip over.
So we might have to resurface and work our way around to another bar, which I know is abandoned right now, and get back down. But it might put us at risk of encountering more of the people up there.
Can we not just take this one out?
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. We can. We can work on just if we think that this is all there might be.
Well,
It's the only one I saw, and like I said, it seems very distracted.
Okay.
There is one more thing. can do. These tunnels used to be filled with pests at one point, so we had to improvise a gaseous cyanide to kill all the vermins that are in here. I don't know if it'll kill these creatures, but if we can get to a safe area and activate that, we could possibly kill anything that's down here.
What? And then we could have pockets of hydrogen cyanide just waiting for us to walk into?
It might be an option.
No.
It's one of those risks that we need to take. I defer to the crew.
Well, shit, I don't know.
Should have stayed on the ship.
What do we think?
It's not going to be working on that guy for too long. He's already half devoured. We have to move quickly if we're going to get a jump on it or if we're going to gas it.
Okay.
I think once it's done, it's going to move. It could potentially move towards us.
All right.
Maybe we could distract it and just go around it, or make it go around us.
Go
We don't
on.
have to get gas or guns or anything involved. We just trick it. Can we trick it?
How do we trick it?
You mean like
I don't
throw
know.
a
I'm not
rock?
a monster expert. A rock.
Yeah, like throw a rock one way. And it'll run.
I pull my comm off, and I'm like, we could distract it in a different direction by using the comms. Like down one of these branching tunnels.
Yeah, and then we hide and just talk on the comms.
Okay, let's try that. We'll sort of, if there's a branch nearby, I guess, go down that for a little bit.
Okay. Who's making the journey?
Well, I suppose Buck is, right?
I knew
No.
it. I should have kept my mouth shut. I've got a phosphorescent stick that I'm gonna snap and shake it so there's a bright orange glow where I am.
I hope it doesn't see that.
Well, imagine we're around a tunnel corner, right? I'm not walking down this
okay.
door by myself. He said it was quiet.
Okay.
I
You
put
got
it under
this,
my
Buck.
jacket.
Just
Under my
go
vest,
drop off.
my denim vest.
Just go drop off the comm at a distance down that tunnel.
Go.
You're not going alone. That's all I'm saying. Everybody's gonna talk shit, but nobody's gonna go alone. So I've
Buck,
got
you start
the comm.
making your
My
way down.
welder. Yeah.
As you walk slowly, you see a figure ahead.
Oh shit.
It's all right, Buck. It's just me.
Theodore. Hey, Theodore.
And you see it's him, the cowboy.
Does the lighting on him shift when I move around my phosphorescent stick?
Appears to.
Okay, good. You're real. Dad, what's up? We're trying to trick this monster. One of those, the others. Now's not a good time. Could you come back?
Oh, got it. You see him just kind of like vanishes away.
I want to continue on my path.
You make your way
Hello,
down.
schizophrenic delusion. I would like for you to come back at a different time.
You continue your way down the
It's
tunnel.
not a good time right now.
You see a trail. As you kind of round the corner, you see a trail that you assume connects to the tunnel that Ruha saw the creature. And there's like kind of like this like mucusy tracks that go down the way. You just need to make it a little further and you're there. You get over to the other side where you can activate the comms. How would you like to do this?
Before I make my way down that track where I think I will be an audible distance of said creature, I'll real quick on my comms, no noises till you see my glow stick. And then I'll creep my way down this tunnel very cautiously, very quietly. And then I'd like to find, there's some loose rubble, some loose brick and some bottles and trash. And I'd like to take the comm and wedge it into a corner with some rocks, pushing the activate button and sort of start to cover it with this debris and whatever that sticky stuff was. And then as soon as I feel like it's stable, I'm gonna haul Patootie back down where I came from
Right.
until I see my crew.
You make your way back. The comm is set up.
Okay, and so now we are gonna go hide somewhere else?
Right, and then we use the comms.
Yeah. Okay, so we go hide, I don't know, back a little ways around
Another
the corner?
branch. Yeah,
Yeah, like a branch. Like
Gonna find another branch.
There's like
Yes.
Yeah,
Got it.
away from it.
What were you guys doing?
I
What were
guess,
you doing?
I guess far enough away so that it doesn't hear us as well. Like doing that, because we have to speak through the comms.
Yeah.
So we go like, if we need to go back to the shop, whatever, the entrance, we will.
Speaker's amplified. It's fine.
You don't need to
Okay.
go that far back.
Okay.
We could also, we could hold two of them together and cause it to feedback. It'll make a really high pitched, loud noise.
Oh, yeah. Let's do that.
All right.
If we hold my comm to Tommy's comms, this feels more intimate than I realized.
You're gonna hold your comm to Tommy's comm to create a loud feedback.
Yes. In Buck's comm.
Yeah, it'll. Oh
Yeah.
no, it'll make it in all. Turn your volume down, everybody. Fuck. No.
Or mute all of
He just-
our own. Everyone mute your comms. Yeah?
Yeah, we'll mute our comms and you just talk into yours.
Okay.
You're
Okay.
gonna die.
Hey, little monster.
But quieter, it amplifies over there.
Hey, little monster. I will just down this hallway, waiting for you. We're so full of juicy bits of meat that
Could keep that
would
up on
make
a peak.
great bodies.
I'd like to peek out, see what I see there.
You see, it just throws the body it was messing with down. Kind of like starts looking around. There's like several human jaws that make up the head, and they all open. And it starts just walking towards the direction of the comms.
Okay. We're gonna move. Let's move. Okay, we're gonna move very quietly. As quietly as we can.
Okay. Let's as quietly as you can. So we're gonna do this in a special way. We're gonna do speed checks
Okay.
that are gonna supplement kind of like a stealth check.
Yeah. Okay.
So the whole party should roll speed checks, and we're gonna do kind of a pool that could take the majority. Just let me
Okay.
know if you pass or fail.
Pass.
Pass.
Fail.
Pass.
Okay. And then Adrian, I'll roll for you.
Thank you.
You pass.
So I trip
You're
over
successfully
something.
quiet as you make your way down. You pass the carcass of the man who's been just obliterated and turned into parts. It looks like he was some kind of maintenance worker. Someone that was down there already.
Okay.
I make a face, but I check his pockets for keys.
You find some keys. You find some key cards, and there's his like wallet.
Okay, good. All right. I've done this before, so
Okay, let's
Making a lot of noise.
Let's go.
You continue your way down. Do you want to pick up the other comm?
Oh no, that's where the other comms where the thing is. We're not going to pick up the comm.
If you were passing by it. Right. So
But the creature went down that tunnel, right?
Sure. Yeah.
Excuse me,
Forgot
I
about
need
that
this back.
You continue your way
That's
down.
mine.
Okay. Okay, so we just keep following Dr. Chen.
You keep following Dr. Chin,
Down
and
this
you
way.
make your way towards what you assume is the end of this this tunnel way.
All right.
Adrian, you find the exit towards the docks.
Okay.
What kind of is it like a door? Is it like going up a sewer grade or what?
It's got like a ladder. Yeah.
Okay. So we're basically going. We're right. We didn't go the long way. We just went past it and then up the.
Yeah.
So, okay. So I'm climbing up and then unlatching the hatch and pushing it aside. Coming surface up, and is there anything I see in particular that would in the port area? Is there any other folks in the area?
In the port area, you see a bunch of ships that are docked, and down a ways, towards the main city, you see a mob slowly walking towards the port.
Okay. So I get up and then I kind of look down the crowd. I'm like, so not to panic, you guys, but there is a large mob that is coming towards us right now. So I would suggest we hurry.
Yep. Go
Pass
right
up
up.
Lord Kingsley and Odin. Pass them up.
Yeah, Lord Kingsley, Odin. Go. Okay.
All right, look, the guard's gonna stay here.
You
And we're
just hear
leave
this
McAdam out.
chanting, like, "We're coming, we're coming, we're coming, we're coming,
Go.
we're coming," and just screams.
Okay.
like,
All right.
We should be going.
We
You're going.
we be
The,
going.
Do I hear this mob?
Yes, you hear it now too. There's just, and you can see a large group of humans walking down towards the docks, and they're all carrying just strange objects. They all look anything that could possibly be sharp. They're holding them, and every now and then, it's like a pod of them stops, and then they go on each other and just tear apart somebody, and then they just start the parts. They start getting sent back into the crowd, and then they keep walking forward, and they'll stop and cannibalize one of them and send parts backwards. And then every now and then, as the screams continue, you'll see one of these things stand up, and it kind of erects itself with these newly formed parts. And there's about
Unfortunate.
a dozen of them.
Oh yeah. All right.
The comms go,
Watching. Let's go.
Captain Lawson, are you close? There is a situation developing.
Yes. I assume that can we see our ship at
You
this
see
point?
your ship now,
And we
and you can
see Peter standing.
Peter, you see from like almost like a sewer grating, this thing open up, and then it's several people coming out, like a dog and a cat, and then they are racing towards you.
Yeah. I make
Okay,
sure
so-
everyone goes first as I look towards the crowd. I'm like, go.
Right, I will position myself so that they can run behind. Like, I'll come down the gang ramp, stand on the dock to be able to have them run behind me, that I can cover them as they go into the ship. And as you see Peter walk down the gang ramp and position himself, and he looks back towards you, and you can see where, looking at him profile, it looks like kind of Peter's normal face, while a little bit like his body's a little bit enlarged and separated. And then when he turns and looks at you, you see it split in the middle, and you can see the inner workings and like the skeleton. What is the word I'm looking for?
Exoskeleton.
No, the skeletal structure underneath. You can kind of see and you can see that it's reinforced and like armored underneath, almost pseudo Terminator looking, endoskeleton.
I think it just inflates.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Get in the ship. No, so he looks and just waves forward and then positions with the pulse rifle, guarding you to get behind him into the ship.
Okay. I assume that we're able to make it back
You get on the ship.
to Peter. Yeah, we're
Yeah.
heading
Yeah.
straight to Peter.
You're running. Oh, here, do a speed check. Let's
Okay.
everyone do another speed check.
If any of them get relatively close, I'm going to launch a frag grenade
A frag grenade.
Ooh,
Okay.
Not,
Which are part of-
the creatures, right?
towards the creatures, not towards them.
Into
No, I
the ship.
assume he meant the creatures.
Yeah, because the pump action or the pulse rifle has an underslung grenade launcher.
Got it.
I
according to the
failed my
rules.
speed check, but I was going to let them all go first anyway.
Okay.
I critically failed mine.
Oh no.
I passed for once.
Okay. Ruha. Adrian.
What if I told you that I failed? So
It would be
See, it's whenever I pass, everyone else fails. Do you see this? Do you see?
So my question is stress. At what level do I need to start being concerned about the amount of stress I have?
So your regular stat checks don't cause stress if you fail them. Only the saves. Only the saves.
I have been doing this incorrectly.
I have 37 stress.
The sanity, the fear, the body, the armor
Okay,
saves.
but the one in the tunnel that I failed,
That was a
Yes,
fear
I did
save.
get one
Yeah,
from that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
So I'm at 5.
So the range
Does
is
that
going to
do
be
anything?
right a 20. You basically that you're rolling. So anything under 10 is right like a 50% chance of succeeding.
Okay. Okay.
Well, 10 is where you hit 50%, right?
Yes.
So below that it decreases. So you're fine, probably, maybe.
Okay.
It's all fine because.
So I'm not adding one right now.
Yeah.
No, not for speed.
No, you're not. Buck trips on his way out and grabs Shin's leg, which causes him to trip and fall, and then Ruha stops and notices everything. The crowd closes in on the group. Peter, would you like to attack?
Are they? As far as positioning in my head goes, I'm at the ship, and is the mob and them on opposite sides of me, or are they all on one side?
They're all on one side.
Okay, I had it wrong in my head.
The mob
That's
is
my fault.
further down.
Right, so I'm going to then run towards them to get in front of them where the mob is,
Got
to
it.
put myself between them
Oh,
and the
okay,
mob.
so you're with us,
I thought you were on opposite sides of me, that's why I did. So I will then head over towards them to...
Yeah, if we're threatened as well, I'll also fire if they get
I
too close.
succeeded my speed check.
You succeeded your speed check. Okay, so you get your way over there. The mob's closing in, so I'll need everyone to do a fear save.
Okay. This is a save.
I succeeded. You're all at disadvantage because I'm here.
Oh shit. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Oh fuck! Wow. There's one of them's a 1 and the other one's a 98.
I passed the first one, but we have disadvantage.
Yeah.
Same.
I saved.
Nice. Yeah, I epically failed. So let's increase that
I
stress.
failed.
Who does not have a gun?
I have a hand welder.
Adrian.
Well, I don't know who Adrian is.
That's
so
right.
I hand Buck the pulse rifle,
Got it.
I'm gonna hand
and then
Adrian my welding gun.
out of the holsters on my, or like where they're stuck on my hips, I pull a revolver and a stun baton,
Okay.
and I just go get on the ship.
Yeah, okay. I'll turn around and head back with the rest of them because I
just
really failed.
All right.
I just start
so
firing into the crowd.
roll me a combat check.
Yeah, I'm good at this. I pass with a 26 under a 52.
2652. You knock out a few of the first of the mob, and they are just down. They're the regular humans at this point. So you just taking out a couple of these people. They're making their way closer, though. What would you like to do?
I'm slowly backing up but I'm making sure they all get on the ship because I can take a hit. So
All
I'm
right.
waiting for them to get on. Once they're on the ship, I will turn and shut the ram.
Well, there's
I'll
finals.
straight up carry Kingsley and Odin at this
Okay.
point, you know.
They're just fighting.
We'll do a final speed check to see how you get on the ship.
All right.
Everyone.
Final one?
Speed check.
I
Well.
pass.
I say final, but another.
It might
Oh
be
gosh,
fine.
23. Oh yes, I pass.
Great.
That's a fail.
Success.
Failure.
Adrian succeeds.
Okay.
I'll say you make your way onto the ship. Tommy, you almost trip yourself again at the side of the crowd. It's coming closer. Your nerves are getting to you.
I failed as well.
You failed as well. Tommy, take a point of stress for me. And who else failed?
I
didn't
failed
blow
as
anything
well.
off, so I'm fine.
Failed. Okay.
It was just me and Tommy, I think, on that last one.
Okay, so we'll add on a point of stress for the failure after this, and then
Jeez.
y'all make it onto the
Okay.
ship. Sorry, I'm losing track of the Peter.
Yes.
I'm mixing up your real names and the character names. So Peter, combat check
Great.
as you back up.
I succeed 37 under.
37 under. You knock out like about 2 more guys with your pistol, your baton. How much ammo do you got in the pistol?
The pit. I didn't grab any reload, so I just have 8 shots.
8 shots. Okay, so you've used up like 4.
Okay, and then
on your
the stun
attacks.
baton is activated in my other hand.
Stun baton. Okay, just do a speed check to get back on the ship. Let's see. Everyone's on board now.
21 under my 40 speed.
21. That's a success. So you get back on the ship. What would you like to do? There's a large
so
crowd
I run-
running towards you. At this
I run and I hit the closure of the door, and then it is advisable that we leave port now.
Agreed, Mega
And I
Peter.
will then go
What
to
about
the-
Asher?
Oh shit. Do we see? Can we? If, looking out, do we see Baxter, Asher?
You see Asher inside the ship, holding the wound. And you see him like.
Okay.
Sorry, I should
think
have
we
said
lost
something.
Baxter.
We lost Baxter. I'm gonna activate comms. Baxter, what's your status?
We can't help anybody if we're dead.
As you call for Baxter, let me do it this way. Oh, okay. Nothing happens. As you call for Baxter, you hear nothing, just static.
Shit.
Captain,
Okay.
you need to take the ship out of dock.
Yes. Yeah. Take the ship out of dock.
7 people jump onto the ship, like onto the outside of the ship, and they're trying to get in.
Let's go.
Warden, please take the ship out.
Activating thrusters now.
Our doors are all closed and everything, and I just tell
Doors
Peter.
are closed.
And Peter, come home now.
And you see his form, the plates come back together, his face shifts back into the front. Ah. Alright, everybody safe?
Everyone is jolted by the ship taking off. And
Yep.
Peter, having just he just tumbles back and falls down, having just put himself
I
back
helped
together.
him up since he helped me up the first time.
Oh.
Thank you, Dr. Ruhar. That was unexpected.
Nice shooting back there.
Thank you, I think.
People are
Question,
injured.
Are people
Let's
still on the outside?
there are several threats on the outside of our ship.
Shit.
Oh no. Okay.
All right, everyone get buckled up. Let's do some maneuvers and just try to shake them off the
You
ship.
can feel things latching on.
I will go to the cockpit and pilot from here, and I.
Oh yeah,
Peter was
yeah.
running.
I'll head my way to the bridge as well.
We have a gun on the outside, right? For this?
Yeah, but
We
it
have-
can't
we
reach
can't shoot our
every.
own ship.
Yeah, we can't
Not
reach
everywhere,
every part
but
of
I'm
it.
just saying. Shoot
Can we
what we
get
can
past
hit.
the ionosphere? Can we get past the ionosphere? We could just have them burn off the surface.
I will do my best, and I go to pilot the ship.
Yep. I will co-pilot.
Kiko, you know of where you need to go next, and
Oh yeah, All right, so if everyone buckles up and we're in the bridge, I'm gonna just go over comms like. All right, we're gonna be doing some maneuver. We're trying to get out of, trying to get some threats off the outside of our ship. Just buckle up. It might be a bit bumpy. We are going to, if everyone's in agreement, we're gonna be heading towards the rendezvous coordinates to meet up with the others.
Is there anything to disagree on at this point?
We'll do adjustments on the way.
the ship is taken off from the dock.
Okay, I'm gonna
Yeah.
jump into the pilot seat, and I will start trying to shake off our unwanted passengers.
What would you like to do?
As soon as we're free of the actual space station, I'm gonna start. Essentially, I mean, there's no gravity, so I can't spin them off. They're not gonna really
Inertia will do it.
inertia, I guess. So yeah, I'll basically just do a barrel roll and try and fling everybody off.
You barrel roll, and what you see on some of the cameras, they're just like people. They're just lashed onto the ship, and they get like flung off and just into the void of space.
Oh my god! I didn't realize they were people. I'm sorry. He just kind of starts like he can't really process. He just killed people because that's very much against his directive.
It's okay, Peter. It's okay.
Is it?
They weren't themselves anymore. They were gonna become those things.
Plus, that woman owed me money for a couple of bowls of noodles.
Whoa.
They were deserving, I guess.
Are you kidding me?
Peter,
We're gonna have to talk, man.
I'm gonna roll a piloting check with disadvantage to see if I can keep doing what I'm doing.
Well,
Sure.
do a straight check because I'm assuming I'm helping you. I have piloting as well.
Okay.
I am just thinking about the outstanding noodle bill.
Warden, what is the piloting check under intellect speeds? What is a piloting check?
It would be under intellect.
Intellect? Great. I pass very well. I managed to keep going. I rolled an 18.
Right. You have this programming that kicks in. You're no matter what your protocol is, you're currently piloting, and you must pilot as the programming dictates.
And so I just kick it in and keep
Warden,
going.
are there any more threats?
All
remaining.
threats on the outside of the ship have been exterminated.
Okay. All right.
Let's go to Voidport, you said.
Okay. I don't think any of us thought there were gonna be amalgamations of people put together there waiting for us. All right.
That sounds horrible.
It was horrible. It's terrible.
Sorry.
Hey, could any one of the doctors on board take a look at this giant gash on my chest
Yeah.
now?
Oh.
Yeah.
Me
Yes.
too. I look at
Asher is also
Asher.
injured.
I look at my bleeding eye. Yeah, I took damage as well.
I tripped back there. I hurt my
just-
ankle.
it's-
Probably rolled it.
All right, Buck.
We should probably get this checked out.
If you guys could direct me to your med bay, I will do. I've got my supplies here.
Here.
Yes.
All right.
Yes. I will continue to fly the ship if you want to direct him to the medbay.
Thank you. And we could probably put.
I'll give you a tour of my gallery, if you will.
Please do. I would love to see it.
I can assist. It's very nice. Very top of the line. Brand new.
Oh.
Some of the stuff still have the plastic on it. Come. You'll love it.
Also, you'll have to tell me about that android you got there. Betty White's getting a little old.
Oh, that's a bit of a sensitive subject, but don't worry. I'll tell you about it over a cup of tea.
Oh,
Come.
good. Excellent.
You hear us gossip as we walk away. So the thing is, it's a bit weird. I don't know exactly what type of thing is happening between Kiko and Peter, but it's a bit strange. They sleep in the same room, and you just kind of can barely
Very
hear it
spicy.
as
Am I
I'm
supposed to
walking away.
follow them?
But I'm not sure about that,
I'm
Between
leaving
you
the
and me,
bridge
it's
to
a bit-
go.
I don't know if it's unsavory or
I
not.
follow
but,
them to the
I
med
try
bay.
not to judge.
All right.
The idea that Peter sleeps. He just stands there staring at Kiko all night.
All right. Yeah. Let's get these looked at.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot how healing works. To be honest. Oh, you know what?
There are two ways to heal: resting or with certain items. While resting for at least 6 hours, make a body save.
Yeah.
On a
Yeah. Okay.
success, you
So.
heal. The amount succeeded by on a fail, you're unable to heal.
Yeah. Is it?
I have some stims.
Oh yeah. I forgot. I've got to. I'm gonna pull
I
out.
have some pain pills. I have things like that of that
To have a
nature.
stem, yeah.
Instead of going to the med bay, I'm like, hey, it's just a flesh wound. It's just a flesh wound. I'm just gonna pull out a stim pack and just
You
jam it into
feel
my leg.
A
As
familiar
your
rush.
mother used to say, rub some dirt in it.
What was that?
So, as your mother used to say, rub some dirt in it.
Yeah.
You
Yep.
feel a familiar
Doing
rush going through your veins. The stim, like your eyes dilate. You
Woo!
races just a little bit, and you just feel great.
Yeah. Feels fun.
Well,
Let me roll my
Very well.
2d10 health. Yep, I healed up my health. I'm good as new, back up to full health.
Did you see like how easily she did that? I bet you there might be some. What do you think, Dr. Chen? It's not that different from your. There's some habit-forming properties of stim packs. She didn't seem to have much concern about that. Once again, not judging, just merely noting.
I call it the noodle heaven. That's what I call that maneuver. But
yes.
That wound still needs to be addressed, regardless if she feels good or not. Very well. Suturing time for all of you guys.
Excuse
I
me?
hope you don't mind needles.
Yeah, go for it. Feels. I don't even feel a thing. Get in there.
Okay. I'm doing my suture.
Yeah, open
Closing.
stitch.
As
I'm
he
fine.
sutures
Yeah,
you,
get her first. No, I'm fine.
Oh, you'll be next. Don't worry.
Sorry, Tommy. Sorry. Go ahead. I don't like.
Do you want me to hold it together while you do the sewing?
You apply some anesthetic, and we'll probably let me handle Mr. McDonald here.
Anesthetic, it's barely a scratch. I'm sure he's fine.
Oh, you and I think alike. Jamming the needle into. It's just a little scratch. Don't worry about it, okay?
Kiko, when you see his wincing of pain, you know that you don't feel anything with the stims.
No, yeah,
It's
I
just a numbness
I get
that
right in
goes
front
over
of
the body.
Tommy's face, like, "Hi, man. You want one?" I
No.
pull up the stim pack. Feels real good. Are you
No,
sure?
we're good for now. I'm good.
You got
Okay.
this. You got this, Tommy. And I put my head against his. This is part of the good. This is part of the process. You're becoming a warrior.
Tommy, you see your eyes are very dilated as she puts her face right in your face.
And I'll just like slap the side of his face gently, like, "You got this. All right, I'm gonna head back to bridge."
I can just. Peter can hear just a little bit of stuff. What is going on there?
Should she have mixed the stim pack with all those drugs you gave her?
Could've, should've, would've, maybe. I don't know.
That's right.
sisters
I'm
do
sure
know.
it's fine.
Oh, yeah,
It's
I'm on a
fine.
lot
Can't
of
let her
shit.
drive the
aren't I?
ship. We can't let her drive the ship.
Well, stimulants, barbiturates, they cancel each other out, right?
That is no. No.
Don't worry, I've got something for that later. Don't worry, don't you worry about that. Anyways, and I'm like, after I'm done suturing, I like slather this paste on top of the suture. This will make sure that there's no infection on afterwards. After you go.
I sewed my chest hair into the wound.
Tommy, you're a little appalled by this suture. The last time you had an injury, there was a quick it was like a laser suture, and it was almost painless. And it was in a
I
modern
remember.
hospital.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is some old technique that,
Honestly, I am loving watching it because most of mine I push a button and then it goes. This is something I haven't seen in a while. It is very interesting to see some of the old world techniques at
He
work
didn't even
here.
use
I'm
a
learning things.
subdermal suture. What is this?
It's yarn.
And you see me asking Dr. Chen, so does that mean one has to then go back and remove that? It's not going to naturally just dissolve over a period of days?
Well, here's the secret. It's actually made of pig intestines.
What
So it
did you
naturally
say?
dissolves.
That's interesting.
God.
Well,
It's like a
why is he
never-ending
still-
hell on this ship.
Mr. McDowell, why are you still here? You're done.
Yeah,
Unless
we
if
need
you
to
would like
send
to
to Asher as now, I believe. He had a gash as well. Asher, are you ready?
Asher comes over.
I want to see it again. The technique is impeccable. It's like watching someone cross-stitch. Beautiful needlework.
I go to get a sandwich.
Nice. Buckford, what are you up to?
So I actually peeled off to go back to the engine room. I did not sustain any damages in the battle. I feel like we saw a lot of weird shit right now, and everybody's just kind of playing it cool. And I'm feeling a little guilty because Baxter wouldn't have been on Voidport had I not ran into him at that bar and kind of invited him in.
Yeah.
So I got a little bit of a death on my conscience. Plus the whole cowboy in my brain thing. It's just been kind of a day. So I'm going to head back to engineering. make sure we got all fueled up, make sure at least my occupational duties have been fulfilled before I can go slink back into my cot and decompress.
Got it. Well, you do this, and almost the whole time you see hints of the cowboy around. He's just kind of there, not talking to you, but he's just kind of present.
Am I good?
Oh yeah, Tommy, you were seeing him too. You haven't seen him since the last incident.
Great.
Much of the trauma that took place is kind of the forefront of your mind right now. Especially the attack from that giant alien creature.
That makes sense.
But
The keys of a dead man I have on me.
I imagine I would talk to the cowboy while I'm doing my duties, not talking directly at him, but Teddy, I appreciate you giving me some space back there. We were kind of in a pickle, and I'm grateful you gave me that bandwidth to take care of the situation at need. Fuel levels look okay.
I touched Tommy. Is there any downside to that?
you touched Tommy.
Other than the normal downsides.
Roll a sanity save.
Just wondering. I don't know if it's just Buck who is like.
I need off this fucking ship.
It's a fail on the sanity save for sure.
You're shaken, and you know that something has been transferred from the key to Buck, and from Buck to Tommy. And you thankfully come to a relaxed, spot where you're like, we got this mission we got to go to, and you're on your way there now. You're off the Voidport, thank God.
Yeah.
And over in the seat next to you, you see a cowboy sitting.
All right. Look, everyone's been seeing you, but now I'm assuming I'm like, you know what? I don't know if this is what I've taken, admittedly, a lot, and so I don't know if you're who Buck and Tommy, Mr. McDowin are seeing as well, but this is pretty fun. I gotta admit.
Just to ask, where are you?
I'm in
right
the
now?
bridge, sitting in the.
So I'm there.
Yeah.
You hear her
Kiko, who are
speaking.
you talking to?
Seeing a cowboy. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
You're seeing a cowboy?
Yeah. Looks like the one Buck and Tommy described, but I can't know if that's just. I took a lot of Dr. Chen. Dr. Chen fixed my chip, Peter.
What chip?
Oh shit, Peter! There was a chip in my head that the Marines put in there.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah, you didn't know about that, did you?
No, I did not.
Anyway, it was a bit of a procedure, as you can imagine. He gave me lots of drugs. Pour them out.
Right.
Forgot I was taking those when I used that stim pack, but I feel great. I don't know if Cowboy's here, but Cowboy's right here.
Cowboy's
Right
definitely not here.
Right here. Right next to me.
I get up from the ship, which is on autopilot, I assume now, and I walk over to the seat that the cowboy's supposedly sitting in, and I just wave my hand through the seat.
As you do this, Kiko, you just see he kind of turns into this mist and wisps,
Hey, well, just stop doing that to him. You don't know how that feels.
There's no one here.
Peter, maybe you just don't see him.
If I do not see him, he does not exist.
I'll get up and
My eyes are not like yours. They don't.
I'll put my arm around Peter and sort of turn his head to look. It's right there. Right there.
Yes, Kiko, I understand. There's an empty chair in front of me. You have to... I'm worried about you. And he just kind of, like, scoops you up
Oh, what?
to, like, carry you and just walks you back to the med bed.
Right.
Wow. I
Make
haven't
your
had
way
to do
back.
this in a while.
I see that through the door.
As they enter the medbay, Dr. Ruha, you see Peter carrying Kiko in.
I believe she is on too many drugs.
Well,
I
I mean,
don't-
she's on several, but I don't think it's too many.
She is seeing
Why?
cowboys that do not exist.
I see the cowboy!
Oh.
Oh, right, that.
I had.
Well, Peter, it's an interesting situation. So,
Ruha would.
Buckford touched the key,
Yes.
and
Peter!
he has been seeing something ever since.
I'm poking Peter's face as I'm saying it. Peter can't see him. Peter can't see him.
Well, that is because Peter has not been infected with whatever. So it seems that Buckford's delusion or contact with the others or whatever have it is a transmittable disease, if you will.
Oh,
And upon physical contact with Mr. McDowan, now Mr. McDowan is also seeing this cowboy. And upon physical contact with him, it would appear that Kiko is seeing it as well. And Dr. Chen also witnessed these visions.
Ruha.
right. Then by that...
Don't touch me.
Then by that hypothesis that you have, I would then see the cowboy because I have touched Miss Lawson.
Well, you are not organic. So I
Right.
am not exactly sure how it works, but it seems to only affect organic humans,
Well,
not
then, if
synthetic
it is a
ones.
disease, that is concerning. And yes, it would not affect me.
Ruha, you don't want to join the club?
No, thank you. No, thank you. Especially given that we don't have enough slickware to make sure everyone on board does not lose their minds.
It's true.
Is this something that the slickware that is implanted in order to talk to the others, is it something that will fix the cowboy problem?
I don't think it will fix it. I think it will just help people separate reality from this sort of alternate reality the others create when they try to communicate with us.
So as of this moment, it is a permanent cowboy.
I think he comes and goes from my understanding.
Well, my slickware did kick in, and it did reduce the presence of the cowboy, so I only hear whispers. But he's not, so I don't see the cowboy or whatever figure it might be, but I do hear him like once in a while, but it's very faint. So my assumption, this is a very educated hypothesis here, is that whatever the others are using is affecting directly to our neurological tissue, specifically our occipital and temporal lobes, so that we hear and we see this hallucinatory image in a way that they deem as normal for us. However, I feel that in their good graces, they might have put too much information into our brain, hence why it causes insanity episodes, or in this case, situations like that. So, if
That
we
is
are to...
concerning.
Go on.
So that is concerning.
It is. I only have 2 slick sockets that I can install.
So only 2 of the crew would be able to directly contact the others, including myself, or excluding myself.
I fall asleep in Peter's arms.
Oh,
It's normal. Don't worry about it.
Peter
But
feels her pulse just to make sure she didn't die.
The pulse is there.
if we were to install these, if we were to address the others, I believe we'll need to get the slickware installed, slick socket and the mods installed as soon as possible.
Understood.
Captain Kiko's state, I highly advise against doing that right now, given the amount of drugs that's in her system. But
Right, I believe it would behoove her to have a nap.
a very long one.
Right.
16 hours, probably.
Well,
Good to know.
I leave
Who
to
are
your
you?
crew. Oh, I'm so sorry. Dr. Adrian Chen, I'm so sorry. I meant to...
Hello.
and you are?
My name is Peter. It is lovely to meet you.
You're one of the new models of synthetics I've been wanting to get my hands on for a long time, but no one... Damn.
I am a newer model synthetic. Well, not as new as maybe newest. I don't know. I haven't kept up on the newest models, but
What, do you see the junk I have to work with? And I'm pointing at the pile that is Betty White.
Oh, poor woman.
it's not a woman.
Oh, what is it?
It's an android, a male android that seems to be piecemeal together.
Oh, poor woman. Yes, I am newer than Betty White, at least. With some minor modifications.
Just That's okay. In the meantime, Dr. Ruha, given that you are probably of state in mind, and I guess I would let you speak for the crew. I will let you and your crew deliberate as to how you want to proceed with the slickware and the slick socket installation, and I remain at your service.
Well, let me go put Captain Lawson to bed, and then I will come back and we can discuss who would be most appropriate to receive these things, as in that Captain Lawson is asleep. I am first mate, therefore acting captain.
Nobody was questioning your authority?
No, I didn't think they were. Just putting it out there. And I go and walk Kiko to her bedroom.
As you walk Kiko to her bedroom.
What the heck was that about?
I don't know, but do you really entrust a synthetic to be your second in command?
I do, until he starts acting like that. Like we're trying to do something underhanded.
How spicy.
The
Do you see the way he carried her to bed? I told you there's something weird going on there. I am trying not to judge, but I haven't had anybody to gossip with on board, and it's a bit weird, right? Yeah,
just a little, Dr. Ruha.
Like I can't tell. At first, I was like, "Is he her dad type figure?" And then it's like, "Well, now I don't know. There's something else going on there." It's weird. I don't know how to feel about it.
This is your field, but I'm here for all of the team.
I put on another kettle as we murmur to each other.
See, to finish your gossip, Peter, you're taking Kiko to her quarters. You notice on one of the screens in the ship as you enter the room and you lay her down for bed, and the text just reads, "We can communicate this way," and it's just blinking.
Oh. Who are you? Why am I doing this?
Did you call me?
Yes, Warden? No, Warden, I did not, sorry. Excuse me, I was talking to myself.
All right, Peter. The warden turns off.
I put Kiko into bed and look at the screen again.
And it just says, correct. And it's just blinking.
Shit. Tuck Kiko in, I just leave the room.
So you have a decision to make. Who is going to get slick sockets installed into their brain? And who will have the said slick sockets uploaded with the slickware that will allow them to better communicate with the others?
Well, as far as my memory serves, Mr. Asher has it already. And it obviously is not going to me. So, Mr. McDowell, Mr. Buckford, and Dr. Ruho, what do you think? What are your opinions on the matter?
I am a bit averse to having any type of mods of that nature, but I also don't want to lose my mind. So, I think I would be a prime candidate for having some slickware installed before one of them touches me, and my mental health is also compromised.
Purely upon... yes, I would agree. It would make the most logical sense for you to get the procedure done. Although, if none of you want it, and Captain Larson has already had it, or Mr. Asher has already had it, you all could stay on the ship, or whatever.
Well,
whatever
the captain does not have a slickware socket.
She does not? I thought it was... No, she had something else removed. That was my mistake.
Just to
Lots of things
clarify real
happened
quick,
while I was...
the only way she has something installed is if she has a socket installed. So she does have a socket.
So she already has the socket.
But
Just
does
a
not
socket.
have the slickware.
The software.
Correct.
So I assume one would be going to Captain Larson, as I believe, if I understand her correctly, she would be very much amiss at not being able to participate in meeting the others. So that leaves how many left?
There's just 2, right?
Two.
Two
Two
in
slick
total.
sockets?
2 sockets, correct.
So we can upload the modules. I mean, you can pirate it.
someone
to as
has
many
Yeah, as long as someone has the slip socket installed already, I can replicate the slickware as much as I want.
I understand. So we have 2 sockets in order to install in people's brains. So
I mean, there's...
I am not forcing any of you to get the operation done. I am purely asking what you would like.
Is there an option for us to stay on the ship and not go crazy?
I do not know. I have never met the others.
I mean...
If-
I don't want to go
I
crazy.
just feel that, given my vocation, it's important for me to know what is real and what is not.
I would agree.
There's a great irony in injecting something in your head that modifies how your brain works to
That's
no
kind
reality.
of. That's
I
kind of
try to
how I
avoid
was
it if
thinking.
possible.
I feel a connection with this cowboy, and well, universe rolls the way it rolls, amigos, and something's trying to communicate with me, and I want to communicate back, and I'm wondering, putting that stuff in my head, if it's really going to help or if it's going to hinder.
See, that is what I'm trying to avoid, sounding like that. No offense, Buckford, but
Logical? Excuse me? I'm just...
Right.
this needs to be avoided. For me, in particular, given...
You can have the one socket.
Please don't wave your hands at me. I don't...
Tommy and I were discussing...
The fear of contamination is also getting to me, if I'm being honest.
Yes. No. That.
You're touching everything. How do we know how long does this thing live on surfaces? I'm going to have to bleach everything in here.
To
I mean,
my,
if that even
Oh,
works.
is it airborne?
It may not be organic, and then...
to my limited knowledge of the situation, it appears to be it has to be direct contact in order to transfer.
I have lived on Voidport for quite some time, and I have touched many surfaces and breathed the air of many individuals who I think it's safe to say it is through skin-to-skin contact.
Well, it's a good thing I hate touching you people. But
Wow. All right.
It is.
I'm just not a physically affectionate person. I don't like shaking hands. I don't like hugging.
I've seen you hold a cat, and I get it.
In the spirit of fairness and being completely transparent with you all, it is very possible that I have also been infected, as I did touch
What?
the key.
Excuse me?
As I did touch,
But I helped you off the floor.
as I did touch the key, and you all knew that I had touched the key, and I
Yes.
did touch Miss Lawson, and I have touched others. It is
Uh-huh.
very possible that I have contracted it and just do not know how it manifests within my physiology.
One
So
of
you
us
have
beats one
seen
of
a
us.
cowboy?
I have not seen the cowboy.
Okay.
What
I'm
are
just
you saying
saying
then?
that there is a possibility it has infected me, and it manifests in a different way.
I should have left you on the floor. This is what I get.
We are
Yes,
approaching our final destination.
Thank you.
What is our final destination exactly, Warden?
A small planetoid located outside the vector cluster.
Well,
Peter,
think-
where the hell are we going?
we are going to the coordinates that lead us to the others, as far as I am aware.
Wait,
But we don't have...
we don't
I
have
am
the
aware.
things installed,
Yes,
and we don't know
I
how
know.
far.
Hold on. There's no need to panic. I will stop the ship here. We will install what we need to do, and then we can continue once Captain Lawson is awake.
Somebody grab Mr. Kingsley.
He hold on. I will let him into the room. He gets a little annoyed when I lost him.
He's chasing
out of
Odin
Kiko's
around.
chambers.
Odin, stop slapping him. That doesn't help.
Everybody, hold on a moment. I will deal with the number of problems, and I will be back. So Peter goes off to let Lord Kingsley into the bedroom where Kiko is sleeping. He then comes back out, goes, Warden, please hold position and start thrusters, and we will anchor here for the time being. And everyone, I think it would behoove all of us to take a night's sleep before we make any decisions. And you all have had a very trying day.
All right. And with that, we should take a break. Welcome back to Eclipse, episode 6. The crew is fast asleep, getting some rest before they meet the others.
I'll wake up. I'm sure I wake up first. I've been sleeping for a while. I put on my jacket for meeting very important unknown species. And I check on, is Peter in the corner?
Not the corner.
Is
I'm not just Blair Witching in your room.
okay. I don't know.
No, I'm in there and I go, Kiko, you awake?
Yeah, what do you think?
It is a very nice jacket.
Yeah, you think it'll make good first impressions? I gotta represent humans well, you know?
Yes, I don't know if the others wear clothing. So I don't know if they have the concept of what clothing means or whether or not it matters, but it looks nice.
Cowboy seems to really be aware of what clothing means.
Right,
as far as I'm
I
concerned.
have a feeling they're taking reference from our own or your own brains to formulate a visual appearance. So considering Mr. Buckford came from an area where, as far as I'm led to believe, a cowboy uniform is a little more common, it may have because of that. I don't believe they actually know who.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Yep. Got it. I get your drift. So everyone's gotten some sleep too. I got a little conked out there with all the...
Yes, you fell asleep while I was carrying you.
Yeah, thank you for that. That was nice of you to take care. So good. Let's go ahead and Warden, run your wake up routine, please.
Good morning, crew. We've arrived at our destination.
Oh. I'll make my way to the galley and have some cereal and wait for the crew.
I poke the top bunk, and that's where Dr. Chen is, I'm assuming.
Oh,
Is Odin up there with you? I went to sleep with her, and now she's missing.
yeah, they're up there.
Oh, good. I think she likes you.
Could you please get her off of me?
I can try, but she kind of has a mind of her own, you know?
She's digging her
let's get some
claws into
breakfast.
me.
Okay, okay, Odin. No. I'm sure she'll let go eventually.
Oh, okay. We'll just go right now. I'll catch up with you later.
I make my way to the kitchen.
Got it.
Good
Good
morning,
same.
Dr. Ruha.
Good
Good
morning.
morning.
Well, and Asher
some
comes
caffeine.
in. Today's the day. Who's getting him? The plugs?
Oh no.
Yeah. What do you...
Okay. No. Right. So,
Okay. Well, we've got two.
right. I assumed you are getting one.
I'd love to. If no one else is. Who else though? There's one more.
I believe that
Buck,
Dr. Ruha-
really, you're gonna skip out on this, Buck?
I prefer to go all natural, Captain. I trust my own facilities. They led me here, and I don't think they will lead me astray. No, I don't want the damn thing in my head, Cap.
All right.
Thank
all right.
you.
I'm surprised you came around, Rue, huh?
I mean, it seems not great to put things in my brain, but given what I do for a living, but I think if I don't do so, well, let's just say if word gets out that I'm seeing cowboys, my credentials and my reputation might fall under suspicion. So I would prefer not to see any cowboys at this time or at any time in the future.
That's fair. All right.
You could be famous for discovering a new kind of cowboy too. A cowboy's real is all I'm saying. And
Are
you're
there
gonna
undiscovered types of cowboys?
Well, apparently, Peter, the ones that appear and disappear all willy-nilly, and Tommy and Captain seem to. That kind of cowboy I ain't never heard of before, Peter. So yes, there's different kinds of cowboys. You'll see. I guess we're gonna find out.
Well, sounds like
Concerning.
we are decided. Dr. Chen, you are ready to open us up?
Have you guys decided as to who will be receiving the slick socket?
Not me.
Oh yeah. I don't need a socket.
You've got one already.
You're all wasting an extra socket.
We're banking it, Captain. We'll put it away.
I mean,
All
there
right.
is also the possibility that Lynn or one of the other members of the crew could possibly want one.
Or
Wait, Peter,
yourself,
don't you want
Peter.
one? Yeah.
What?
Does it work with me? I don't have the
Yeah.
same
It's extra
physiology.
memory.
Yeah,
It
you
would
can-
work with you.
Well, yes, I'm sure we could have the programming put into me, but I don't think I actually need the socket for that.
No.
Yes, I was speaking of the sockets.
Yeah.
You don't need an extra RAM stick?
No, wait.
It's a slot.
Also, I think we are talking about two different things.
We'll have that talk
I am-
later
I just
when you're old enough.
I am just curious if your hardware can support this software.
If there needs to be additional software added to me, that is something that I can absolutely do. I do not believe the plug that is put into a human brain could work with my systems.
Warden. Does Peter already have a slick socket built into him?
Affirmative. Peter is equipped with a slick socket already.
It's just not one for human
Humans.
consumption.
Yeah, but we can put the black box on there.
As I was
Program.
saying, I
Yeah.
can take the software. I just don't need that particular implement.
Let's do it.
Well, all right. So we just have the one extra slick socket that's available. So if your crew should decide to install, it is here. In the
Selena?
meantime, I will have you guys come to Med Bay one at a time, and I will install the slick socket, and also I will be installing a inhibitory software that will actually allow for processing for discussions with the others.
Very good.
Perfect.
Selena, I'm sorry. Selena, and
Asher? Lynn.
you see Peter just kind of stare off for a second? No, just Selena. Did you want a slick socket installed? And if you don't already have one?
I'm good. I don't need no slick sockets and that things
Very
to
well.
nature in
No
my brain.
Lynn, did you want one?
I could probably use one.
Well, we happen to have an extra.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take one.
Gonna regret that later.
Very good. Well, now they're all accounted for.
All right, we go. Get them in one at a time. Come back.
The procedure is surprisingly fast. Adrian has this strange gun-like device, and he puts a local anesthetic on, and
Oh, they get it? That's right.
he kind of puts it on the side of the head, and it's almost like this pressure, and it's just like this pressure, and then it relieves the pressure slowly, and then suddenly it's in, and it's just the socket's in there, and you can see the port. It's kind of red a little bit around the edges, and he puts like a little bit of a ointment to kind of fix it up, and then he gives a small injection of Sycorax directly into the vein, and that takes the edge off real quick.
I hate that. I hate this.
Oh, don't worry, you'll get used to it. You'll get used
I'm
to
going
it.
to have it removed the second I get the chance.
Dr. Chen, would you be willing to program in the necessary software for me to be able to have it uploaded into me by
I would love to. I just would need access permissions for all your software and administrative rights, if you would grant me that.
if you would be amenable to letting me have the software and I can do the editing.
You're no fun. All right, very well. And I just hand him like this USB drive.
I have not met many androids that are fun, and I just leave the room.
All right. Peter, you take the USB drive, and this is...
I take it, and I have Warden analyze the programming and see what it does.
Warden goes, oh, this is an old one. All right. We'll find a socket for it to fit in somewhere.
The USB.
It's a USB 2.0.
The warden produces a small chip from this tray in the ship. Here you go, Peter. Connect this to your cerebral cortex for a brief moment.
What does it do?
It installs the slickware.
Yes, no, I mean, what does this slickware specifically do before I put it into my brain?
It's some kind of limiter. Limits overprocessing.
It's not dangerous, though.
I don't think anything can be dangerous to you, Peter.
And he just puts it against his head.
You put it against the head, and you feel this initiation. It's an upload, and your eyes start twitching, and it begins to just time out in your brain as it connects for a second, and then for a moment you're frozen, and your systems reboot for a quick moment, and then it's in.
Interesting. Thank you.
I'll go over comms. Shall we head to the bridge and see where we're at?
Right.
'Cause I want to go to the bridge and open up the view port so that we can see where we are and what we're facing.
Right. What you see is a small planetoid out in front of you.
What color is it?
The planetoid, it's a small planetoid. It looks gray. There's some kind of atmospheric conditions swirling around the surface level. And there appears to be some kind of lighting down below.
Lighting?
Yeah.
Lightning?
Lights down below.
Okay.
Well, like signs of settlements lighting?
Yes.
Okay.
How have we missed this? I mean, I guess we're pretty far out at this point.
We're far out into uncharted territory, which
Yeah.
would indicate why we missed it.
Yeah,
shroud.
that's
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
So,
are we ready to
Who is
do?
going down?
I mean, are we not all going?
I believe it would be up to personal decision, but not if someone doesn't want to go. I don't want to force them to go down.
Sure.
You can all get down there. You hear the cowboy talk with the first time, Kiko. Don't be afraid.
Don't be afraid. Yeah, we should all head down.
Wait, you heard Ted?
I did.
You
Hi,
can
Ted.
see him?
Hi, Ted.
Did Peter hear or see anything?
No, Peter did not hear or see anything.
I am concerned. You are talking to someone who is not here.
Ted,
How
why
are
can't
we
he see you?
Oh,
Tommy, you are seeing this as well?
Yeah.
it's got a
Yes, does
different
no one
noodle.
listen to me? I've been seeing it for like days.
Well, then, yesterday you said in the med bay that you weren't seeing it when Kiko was seeing it, so I just wasn't sure.
What?
I was saying that.
Oh, I can't keep track.
you
Everyone
okay?
keeps seeing things. Yes and no.
Someone's been in the Sycorax.
Oh my god, yeah, you are taking cigarettes now, aren't you?
Okay, but it's not that. It's not like a stim pack. It's different.
You confused Tommy and Peter. I was just. Anyway,
I didn't
the point
confuse them. It's
6
just
foot.
that.
5 foot.
Warden, question.
Yes.
Is there any way to interface Captain Larson's audiovisual interface with her slick socket with Peter so that he can see what she's seeing?
There could be a way. Peter could try. Peter, would you like to attempt this? To see what Captain Larson is saying?
Yes, as long as it doesn't take over all of my vision. It would be difficult to keep my motor functions in check while my vision was seeing what she saw.
Don't
What
like
would
that
happen
wording.
is it would be like a tethering.
Right. Well, if it's something that you think you can do, I would be open to the attempt.
Yes, that seems healthy. There's definitely no codependency issues between the two of you. You should definitely tether your consciousnesses together. There's no
Already
way that can
halfway
go
there.
poorly.
I do not know what
They
you
are.
were referring
I
to.
know. It's a bit strange. That's our private medbay talk. It's not
Okay.
for here.
Oh, okay.
I'm unclear as to what you mean.
The awkward
well,
silence.
who
I am
means about-
perfectly okay with not seeing the cowboy. If
It's Ted. I mean, he's a pretty fun guy.
I take your word for it. That's just... I've already had something put into my brain today.
Well,
Okay. Anyway, yeah, I'm ready to go down. We've got a. I mean, we're gonna bring the ship down closer anyway, so it's whoever wants to stay on the ship or not. I'm gonna put in the sort of input so that we start making our way down towards the planet.
Got it.
Are there some sort of guidelines for what to do when approaching a new species for the first time? Any of the myriad of doctors we have on board, are we supposed to just,
Not my
head
field.
first, or?
it's not my field.
Dissect them.
What?
Oh, sorry. That's
You didn't mean that,
after.
Ted.
No, we're
Should
gonna
we
try
not
to
show teeth when we
be
no smiling?
peaceful. Well,
Like-
we don't know anything about them, so it'll be a learning.
I mean, they can read our brains, right?
Yeah,
So
I believe just a general amount of politeness would do, and treating them with a...
Oftentimes, a
Respect.
gift is a good sign that you're.
What do
Yes.
we have?
But I mean, in this
Should we
case,
wear
we've been
different clothes?
invited,
We have
right?
been
Like this
invited.
cowboy has asked you to
Yeah.
come, so we should not have to make too many attempts to not offend them. They wanted us here.
I also
Yeah.
believe that since they have been in your brains, they understand that we are not official dignitaries and are not here on any sort of grand mission. They have in fact invited us and
Well, I
want
mean-
to speak to us about something.
Yeah.
The last people who had contact with them were bringing them gifts. And then I
Wait.
want to look at Odin.
if
Wait.
they've been on
No!
our brains,
I'm not saying we give them Odin.
Buckford!
I'm not saying
No.
we give them. I'm not saying we give them Odin. I'm just saying Odin had another purpose until we veered that course different. So do we need to
Considering
bring?
that Baxter Veda is no longer with us, we do have all of his cargo.
It's true. Yeah.
Except the Sycorax. Don't touch the Sycorax.
We won't touch the cigarettes.
I
But
don't know
weren't
what that
there
is.
some birds and like other?
Yeah,
there were
his-
other flora.
Well, I thought.
of
Hold on.
fauna
I thought he was giving those to what we now know as the anothers, the vulture creatures, right? Not the actual others.
As far as he was concerned, he was giving them to the others.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Ted, should we be bringing the gifts? Were you awaiting some little critters, maybe?
And you see the cowboy just shake his head.
No.
Okay.
Nod
He's
yes.
nodding.
He's nodding yes to you.
Then
Okay.
I believe we should bring the animals apart from the cat.
Yeah, and
Odin, was it?
Kingsley will stay on ship too.
Yes. Please do not give them Kingsley.
No, I would not. Yeah, let's go ready up that cargo then to get brought out.
I will attend to the animals and plants, and I will head downstairs.
Perfect.
Kiko,
Yeah.
they've been in our brains. Then they know we were sent here by the military.
Well, yeah. I mean, the military was supposed to rendezvous with them. It was supposed to be a peaceful mission. They've
Okay.
been
I
dragging
just
their
want- I
feet
wanna
on
make
it
sure there's-
for years, and Everyone's too scared to come out here.
All right, as long as there's nothing that they may have found out from your brain that we don't know about yet.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, no, I just want to make
Not
sure.
that I'd been made aware of. It was supposed to be peaceful contact. In fact, I had some details missing because I wasn't officially assigned to the mission.
What?
I just really wanted to do the mission.
What do you mean you weren't assigned to the mission? I thought we were on a mission. You wanted us to be on a mission with you that was sanctioned by the government, some of the military.
Well, yeah, I mean, there was before I knew all the shady shit they were doing. But yes, I wanted to go do this rendezvous mission. They haven't been pursuing it all. I've been trying to get on it for the past year. Keeps getting overridden. So I decided to just go myself. I admit...
Are none of you hearing this? Hold on. You decided to go on the mission, so this is in no way official.
Well, at this point, I'm ready to step away from the Marines. I think it's our duty to go look into this now. Look at all that we've been exposed to.
Warden, can I do a roll using my command ability and knowing my sort of former position as well as how military command works to ascertain whether or not Kiko is technically AWOL?
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay.
Cause I there were other missions happening. Look, it was just an extra.
I got a 4, so I think I passed.
Yeah.
What?
Sounds like you passed.
Is the ship military?
Yes. This is my mother's ship. I took my mom's ship.
Hold on, you've stolen military property?
It's my mom's, so I feel like there's like...
Sorry, who is your mom?
Admiral Luna Larson.
Are you fucking kidding me? We are on a stolen ship from an admiral on a mission that wasn't approved.
Well,
I thought you were going to be straight with us.
I am right now.
Now?
I couldn't tell you before. I
Is the ship
realized
even named
that ship was
Could
in
have
my
gotten
head.
off at the port. If there were not, whatever those monsters were, we should have gotten off there and just left. I cannot. So my options are: I shoot myself into space in a tiny pod and hope to get rescued, or I go down to this planet with you.
No, listen. The truth is, the Marines have been up to some shady shit. And I wasn't able to see that until this, right now, right here. Like this whole experience, including getting this thing shut off on my head. Tommy, I was here because the Marines have been trying to cover up Halifal, and you are one of the last on the to-do list.
Excuse me?
This is what I'm telling you. This is what I was saying. I had to talk to you earlier, and then shit went sideways.
The to-do list? Were you going to kill me? Is that?
I don't know, mate. I mean, I wouldn't do that
You
now.
don't know?
I wouldn't do that now. I want you to understand that I did not have the faculties that I needed to be able to not obey an order. I didn't have that ability, apparently.
Is that what that thing in your head was?
I guess. I don't know. I don't know exactly how it works. but I'm not having any trouble now, and those things don't sound like something I would want to do if I knew about it. I don't know.
That's what do I do? What do I do here?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think now it's about. Here's the thing. My mom's not about to just like kill me, right? Like, the reason I wasn't allowed on this mission is because she kept overriding every single request I put in, and so, you know, she does care to some degree, I guess, even though she didn't tell me this fucking thing was in my head. I want to expose it, and it's. I'm not going to force any of you all to be a part of this, but I think that this is more important about showing everyone what's being done by our government, by our Marines, without our knowledge, and it's not right. I don't know how many Marines even know that those chips are inserted.
Kiko,
Yeah.
are you currently AWOL? Absent without leave? Are you currently doing something you're not supposed to be?
Well, technically, I am doing something I'm not supposed to be doing, but my captain does still think that I am doing, taking care of Project Dominion with the Halifal Uprising. But whether or not that's apparent by what I've said.
So Ruhai, something is up. It's not.
Yeah, I've pieced some of it together, I think.
Peter comes back from the cargo hold. The plants and animals have been secured for taking down to the planet.
Did he come from them, or is he your personal property?
Not really anyone's property.
You'll have to excuse my crude vernacular for just a moment, Peter. Where did he come from? Who purchased him?
Well, he's been with the family as long as I can remember. I did
With
grow
your
up
with your
him.
mother,
With the Admiral.
with the admiral, and he
Well,
has combat capabilities.
Yeah, but
Have-
he was at home.
How carefully have you gone over his programming to ensure that he doesn't have some type of failsafe, a return to?
I've gone through
Sender
it pretty
type of-
extensively.
But have you gone through it after your chip was removed? For all we know, he can
No.
have a secret protocol or something that he could have something in his programming.
Right. I'll take
And
a look.
also, the mission was never the others. That's a dead mission. I've pieced that much together. The mission was always about Mr. McDowan, and I think you found an opportunity to tack on the secondary mission with it, but eventually you're going to have to report back on this loose end.
Yeah. I haven't figured out what I'm gonna do about that yet. But I'm
Do you know they're not just going to let you quit, right? You know that's not an option. You can ask me and Dr. Chen about that.
Yeah. No, I know that. Yeah.
If it at all helps, I was purchased from Mal Industries for the purpose of tutoring Kiko when she was a child.
Oh, yes, because, you know, having the ability to move your plates around and turn into a giant Hulk has many educational applications, right, Peter? Peter, I know you're smart, so don't pretend to be stupid with me right now.
I'm not being stupid. That was the purpose of my initial purchase.
Well, you clearly have been modified for a different purpose at this juncture.
That is
Because
correct.
maybe you don't remember what you turn into, but when your sentinel protocols are activated, I can assure you,
Yeah, but
you know, not to be rude, but you're all brawn and no brain when that function gets activated. So,
as far as
even
I'm
an
aware,
android like myself has limited processing power. So yes, some of my higher thinking goes away when I am in that mode, but it's not that I become.
now I don't know if it was an order. I can't quite remember, but I mean, I'm the one that modified Peter. And I will go through everything because I don't know how much of it was part of whatever was going on, and I'll look over everything. And yes, I know I've been slowly taking in what this means, that I don't know what my next steps are, and I don't expect you to necessarily go with it, but I will have to be more careful from here on out. But I intend to do what I've always wanted to do, which is help humanity here.
Well, I mean, at this point, I literally have the largest organization in the universe trying to get rid of me, so...
Yes, that is correct.
Well, Tommy, they just don't want you to talk about it. So if you act like you have no idea that it's been happening, I was supposed to erase the memories. I was supposed to clear that.
How far back? I mean, what would I?
The memory erasure was supposed to just take away the Halifax uprising, if I am clear on what it would do to you.
I mean, yeah, this is just in the chances that they somehow suspect you still. Just... I can report back to my captain and say that it was done.
Yeah, I mean...
In fact, I will do that.
There was no order, to my knowledge, to dispose of you in any way, other than just to take that memory away so you couldn't say anything to endanger them.
If I may interject myself into this conversation, as entertaining as it is, what is the proof that you will need, Captain Larson, to show that Mr. McDowell's memory has been taken care of?
I didn't need proof. I think they just assumed that I mean, I guess they knew I would defy orders.
Because of the installed software.
Well, what doubt is there when your Marines are all programmed to obey orders and not talk about them, you know?
And if that logic holds, it would seem that they didn't think that I would not follow the orders that Captain Larson gave me, because that is what I am programmed to do.
Will they check?
But earlier you said that you can defy Captain Larson's orders.
I am able to make my own decisions, yes, but it is advisable that I follow orders.
You can. The thing is, these changes are more recent, and I think Peter is still figuring out what exactly it is
You
he
did.
wants.
Well, everything is recent because the reason your slickware never kicked in is because you never bothered questioning any of the things you were doing. Otherwise, your head would have felt like it was going to explode and your nose would have been bleeding a long time before now.
Sure.
I just didn't
This
realize.
doesn't really
I don't
absolve you of anything. It just means that you've just now started to think about things critically.
I don't know.
The reality is, when we go down there, we are no longer in any acting capacity a part of the Marine Corps or anything like that. We're going down there as
A number
people.
of people in a spaceship.
We have no authority, no association or affiliation with any type of organization.
Like it would
We cannot
do any
lean
good.
upon that.
Yeah, I
Any
don't
diplomatic
know.
immunity we may have had is compromised. We don't have it anymore.
I don't know how to explain what I have or haven't done in the past, but all I know is that if it was me now, I wouldn't have done any of those things. There's no way I would have read those files and not thought anything of it.
I am inclined to believe you. I don't know why. It's probably against my better judgment, but I am.
I'm just in the screw it mode. I mean, either go down there and I go insane, or I go down there and I meet God knows what and experience something no one's ever experienced, or I try to leave and hope that you convince them that they took my memories already.
I know, you're not in a good... I promise I'm going to do everything I can to try and help you, Tommy.
Let's just go meet the others.
I should clarify that what I meant earlier is that when I said my programming has an asterisk that has me value Captain Larson's life above all other life, is what I mean. In order to protect her. Now, the mode sentinel protocol that you were referring to cannot be activated by me. I cannot endanger anybody on my own free will.
The people floating in space would disagree with you, bud.
That is
self-defense.
That's not how it's supposed to work, Buck.
They were clinging to the exterior of our
I was
ship.
not aware of their...
He thought it was the other creatures. I mean, I think we all did.
I get it.
Well, he may very well saved us all by doing that, so let's not...
I didn't say he didn't.
Nitpick on it.
I don't think
I'm
Mr. McDowan is criticizing the action so much as he's criticizing the lack of our understanding of how Peter works. It's not as simple as either of you thinks. This is the issue when you have this sort of gray area that you have. On one hand, he's your friend. On the other hand, you get to control half of his protocols and functions. On one hand, he's your servant and he cleans up after you. On the other hand, he's your first mate and we are supposed to trust his judgment. On one hand, he is a completely functioning member of the crew. On the other hand, he is literally programmed to put your life ahead of everyone else's. So is he really a great first mate for the crew? See, when I came on board, I had thought that the modifications you made were to create a artificial human, and now I'm realizing what you have created is some kind of butler with some form of autonomy, but not really a fully functional human being, and it makes me very, very uncomfortable.
No,
Am I the only one who feels a bit uncomfortable right now?
I gave him the choice to
From
make
the
his own
beginning.
decisions.
He can't say no to you, can he?
Yes, he
If at
can.
any point, but he can't. But he can't, because if you hold all of his strings in your hand, he's a puppet.
To be completely fair to Captain Larson, she did not program me to...
If we've landed on
her
the
life
planet,
above
she's
others.
just gonna get the ramp to unload and just walk out.
Okay. Captain Larson makes your
What
way
a
out.
freaking weirdo.
My programming
Now-
was instituted by my purchasers, by her mother. It can be overridden. I just cannot do it myself. If
But her mother can.
someone else could absolutely get rid of those protocols, I just
I've been
cannot.
asking from the beginning, Peter, and you always try to throw me off your scent by saying, oh, I don't want to be referred to as property, but you know exactly what I'm saying, and you're just very good at sidestepping it. There is someone above Kiko. I know that. Someone who has the kill switch.
Kiko has my proverbial kill switch. What I mean is the program.
And her mother?
To my knowledge, her mother does not have any way to affect me.
To your knowledge.
Do you know everything about yourself?
No.
Now
But
that you
I
are.
would, unlike you, I would know if somebody could force me to kill everybody on the ship.
What if that slickware that's been put in your head has that ability?
Well, then it's in your head
That's why I
too.
didn't
Unfortunately for you,
It
I
is
trust
not.
Dr. Chen because, like me, he has defected from the Marine Corps. And unlike your master, who is still working for them.
The
Well, to-
slickware does not have that ability. I checked it out.
You're also trusting somebody you just met versus them trusting each other who's known for their whole life cycles of just Didn't mean to butt in. Sorry.
Okay, but one is an admiral for a very shady organization, and the other is someone with whom I share kinship because we've both successfully extracted ourselves from the webs of said organization.
And that is
Why
fair.
don't you go back to jerking off your cowboy and mind your business? Don't compare Dr. Chen to the admiral in front of me again, Peter. It won't end well for you.
I was not speaking of Dr. Chen at all.
Dr. Ruha.
We have landed at the destination.
Thank you. What? All I was saying is that, to the best of my knowledge, I do have free will. If Gigo would like to change my programming to remove the fact that I want to protect her, she can. The rest of my free will is mine.
Point of clarification. Dr. Adrian Chen, you would know of this. The installation of the military hardware that Kiko has does a lot more than just limit what you can and can't say. It's something you've been kind of holding on to, and this conversation escalates. But mind control is a limited version of what it could be called, and what's known as moral adjustment, as they call it in the Marine Corps. Morally adjusted is the term they use once you're out of the system, once you're out of the protocol. When you first get into the Marine Corps, you're not morally adjusted. And once you're morally adjusted, you've gone through this process of having this chip installed, and it affects a large amount of what you can and can't do, and how you can and can't do it. And you can let the crew know this now at this point, if you'd like.
Point of question then. Is this something that I found out during my scans back on Voidport?
Yeah, you would have known this is a standard way the chip works, and this is not a standard slickware that most people would have installed, but it's something that you, as a specially a cybermod specialist, would know. You, as an Marine cybermod specialist, know the true intention. So what Kiko is saying is true. There is part of her that can't or wasn't able to function as her full self until now. But this is all information, Adrian Chen, that you have.
Okay. So, if I may interject again. So, from the purposes of my initial evaluation of Captain Larson, I wasn't 100% clear, and because of all the other stuff going on, as to the extent of the programming of the slickware within Captain Larson. We know, you guys know that, from what I told you, is that they have an inhibitory mechanism slickware in there that prohibits her from divulging or discussing certain key information. Mm-hmm. What I neglected to mention too is a more in-depth protocol within there that, call it a moral adjuster compass within there, but it inhibits and also pushes the user to do certain actions or prevents them to do certain actions or just make certain decisions or not. So I feel that right now, what you guys are observing right now is a very confused, a very vulnerable Captain Larson without any guidance or instructions as to how she's supposed to go about things.
The surface of this planet is not habitable. You'll need to wear your spacesuits.
Thank you, Warden. Before we go, I would like to say that Dr. Ruha, when we spoke when you first came aboard, you interviewed me on my relationship with Kiko. And I explained about her upbringing. And then I overheard you two talking. And she had a difference of opinion on her upbringing. Didn't you think that was odd?
I did. And I'm ashamed to admit that in that case, I was more inclined to believe you than her.
That would be intelligent. There was only so much I could do to persuade her to get away from the Marines. And there was only so much I could do to show her that life outside of that might be better. And my free will, as far as I'm aware, is completely intact. There are just ways I am used to working, and I am still figuring out my new freedoms as well, not being under military control.
We'll discuss this at a later time, but I think my main issue right now is this general idea that a girl who just got slickware removed from her brain that forced her to do things she didn't want is completely okay with subjecting you to the same fate not 5 minutes later. And there was some discussion of consent, of whether or not you wanted to activate it. But what's interesting to me is, Peter, you don't know what you want. And I can't help but feel that if we were all Baxter Veda in that situation, creatures would be tearing us to pieces right now, and you and Kiko would be riding off into the sunset. So I think we'll have to address the chain of command at some point, because if you cannot even decide whether or not you want to enter sentry mode, you are not fit to be the first mate of the ship. That is my opinion.
I have no attachment to the position of first mate.
Good. So I'm sure you'll be okay with resigning. Now, let's exit the ship.
We can absolutely talk about in the future.
Oh yes, we will.
Right. I go and suit
everyone.
up.
Suiting up.
You begin the process of suiting up. There's a...
I have suited up. I'm assuming that I opened the ramp, went...
You invented the ship.
Got it.
And then went to put on a suit and was like, okay, I was a little heated and just went straight. And I'll just be at the base of the ramp. I'm still waiting. I'm just like annoyed, frustrated, waiting in my suit for everyone else.
You can hear the wind outside. There's dust particles being blown about on this planet. Just gusting outside.
I also don a suit just to make things more comfortable and also to not get sand in my eyes.
Do we need to put the animals we're taking in a different carrier of some sort? A sealed
I believe
carrier?
Peter's already prepped them.
Yes.
Oh, you did that? Okay.
Prepared for the animals for transport on an unfriendly
Okay, good. Okay.
habitat.
I'm putting on my vac suit, grab me a new comm, right? And I'm just like, tell me, Jack, jerk off, cowboy, I can't believe it. Who got us out of the sewers? It was you, Buck. You got us out of the sewers. You're right. I didn't know what shit that was. Okay. Make my way to the ramp, ready. Just kind of, I'm sour on this now.
Kiko, Buck, Tommy, you see the cowboy standing with you in the group as you're about to exit the ship.
Hi, Tate.
He tips his hat.
first thing you do, you see that doctor over there? First thing you do is you wave at her. Wave so hard, Ted. Oh, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show Ruha. You're real. You're real. He's real.
You hear Tommy. I'm sorry. You hear Buckford talking to himself. The door opens. In front of you, you see a cleared, flat land and some kind of structure. It's a temple, but it's made of shapes that are hard for you to wrap your mind around. You think you're seeing hard angles, and they kind of mesh into curves, and there's suddenly a corner where it shouldn't be. But overall, the structure is just monolithic. And there's a soft glowing coming from the doorway.
I'm gonna put on the shoulder light, sort of hopefully help, I don't know, see a little more, but is it how thick is the dust coming through?
It's pretty thick, so the lights, you can see the light casting its cone of aura, whatever. You can see the light's cone being cast through the dust. Smaller particles create this fogging effect, and it diffuses the light quite a bit.
Should we tether to each other?
That would probably be good. That would probably be a good idea.
Sounds like a good plan. I'll extend the loop and hand it over to Dr. Ruha.
I hand it to Chen.
I hand it to Mr. McDonald.
Wait, are you not tethering on?
Who else?
I go and I tether everybody together, and then I tether myself.
Chain
I
it.
thought tether.
That was implied.
Well, I thought Ruha was skipping out.
Yeah.
No, I'm just mean like I'm hooking on and then I'm passing my tether.
I see.
Okay, you're tethered.
I see.
Okay, yeah. I thought you didn't want to be tethered to her.
Me too. I was like, all right.
I'm not. You're the ones who are petulant, not me.
I am incapable of being petulant.
You're a little bit, Peter. Don't lie. Peterland. Do it, chat. Do your thing that you do.
Alright, we're all...
You're all
I
tethered.
feel upon being faced with the realities of this non-Euclidean structure in front of us, I want to kind of look at the cowboy and, hey, Ted, you got any tips before we say howdy?
Good call.
Just try and relax. And then you
Okay.
see this. The
Says
cowboy
relax.
just starts fading away with the dust.
Yeah, that didn't help.
He told us to
That
just
didn't...
try and relax. All
How
right,
would he-
everyone.
That is
Can't tell
Concerning.
someone to relax and then fade off into the dust.
Yeah,
Would
yeah.
it make you all feel better if I went in first?
Yes.
Oh, we do this together. I mean, we know what to expect.
I will go in first. And I unclip myself
Alright.
and start walking towards.
Look at that free will. I'm just saying.
You know, these are
I
top of
think
the line.
he's angling to maintain first mate is what is happening. But yes, it's very... I see the leadership qualities.
You
Noted in
You know,
your performance review.
You can turn on any music that you might want. You know, everyone just chill out a little as we make our way.
Through the comms, you hear, I don't believe Dr. Ruha is in charge of performance reviews. And then the
I am.
mic goes,
I'm human resources. That's literally my job. Literally my job, Peter. We also need to talk about fraternizing amongst crew members and any type of thing like that.
This
Any
is not the
non-professional
time for this right
conflict of interest
Oh my
between
God.
senior
now.
officers.
I do
Yes,
not
let's
want
walk.
my last moments.
Literally my job.
Corporate arguments.
You're all
please.
getting performance reviews.
Tito
I-
stops
is-
and turns around. What do you mean by fraternization?
Peter,
I'll talk about it later.
Give
We
me
have a job to do,
No.
but
give me a body save, Peter, as you walk
I
ahead.
just get hit with a giant fucking boulder. A body save, okay. 27 under 40
You is that a pass?
is a pass, yes.
Yeah, okay, so you continue forward as the gust gets stronger, and you're not tethered to anything. You can feel the wind pushing against you. You're starting to need to lean a little bit as you get
Right.
closer to this temple.
And I'll go inside.
You
Yeah.
enter it. The rest of you see
I
Peter
kinda-
go into it.
Yeah, we kind of try to keep, we're not like waiting in place. We'll come up behind him.
Got it.
If one moves, we all move.
Peter,
Well, he untethered himself, I think.
No, but if you move, we move.
Yeah. I'm following.
I
see-
just
yes,
lean
Adrian.
over. I lean over to Dr. Ruha and I'm like, human resources?
Yes, that's my technical position on the ship.
Aren't you highly qualified for that?
A little bit, yeah. But you know,
Just making sure.
who wants to listen to these people whine all day? Much rather be human resources than be a therapist.
Your comms come into all of our helmets.
I am aware.
Go.
as you make
Alright.
your
Just
way,
make a note for when we do our peer reviews.
Who
You
does
hear-
your review?
I am incapable of whining. And
I have no peers.
right.
Oh, wow. All right.
Peter, as you make your way in, you see
That was me as a person, not my character, by the way.
It's like, I feel like we have bigger problems if that's the case.
Yeah, no, that's not. That was me trying to get a joke in. I
I
apologize.
am
Warren.
God of this ship.
That's
This
good.
is a
Yes.
serious moment. No jokes.
Peter, the doors open as you enter, and they kind of open almost timed out to your approach. There's a soft
Convenient.
glow coming from within inside, but there's no lights on, just a glow coming from like the doorway almost, like it's lit
I
somehow.
turn on my mounted light, which I assume the suit has.
Who has all the cargo?
I'm got the cargo with
Okay.
me.
I assume Peter does.
So I'm carrying like a flyer wagon full of stuff.
You can hear
Radio flyer.
Yeah.
Radio hover. It's a hover wagon.
you hear the birds start to move and make a bunch of noise, and then like the mice start chirping. There's a bunch of ruckus coming from the cargo. It's like
Am I to assume that means you do not want to go in?
there's just a palpable tension stirring in the animals.
Honestly, I don't want to go in either. And I just keep walking.
You make your way into this
No one made you go first, Peter.
Free will.
this temple is made of a dark stone. There's some kind of carved glyphs along the walls. It seems to be repeating patterns that go all the way up. And the floor, right against the wall where the floor meets the corner where the floor meets the wall, there's a light kind of softly glowing.
There's writing on the wall of glyphs and things of that nature. And there is light emanating from the structure. It's so far nothing adverse has happened to me.
I make sure to turn on my body cams.
Body cam is on.
I would like to flip on my bioscanner and do a read of the area for signs of bio life.
And as you do that, I want to remind everyone, Asher came with you.
Okay.
So he's tethered to you.
Yeah, sure.
You want to read for signs of life?
Yes, please.
The bioscanner lights up. You're surrounded by life.
Can I make a linguistics roll to see if I can understand any of the writing or glyphs?
Yes, you can.
As you're doing that, I'm also asking, Asher, does this mean anything to you?
Asher's just wide-eyed. This is further than I've ever gotten. I'm not quite sure what's going to happen next.
I rolled a 43 and I needed a 60. So.
Okay. The glyphs look alien, strange. You can't read exactly what. I'm sorry. You said did you pass or did you fail?
I passed.
You passed.
I rolled a 43, and my score was I needed to meet with 60.
Got it. Yeah. While the glyphs look alien, and you start recognizing certain shapes and certain repetitive patterns that begin to make sense to you, and it's some kind of poem of a sort, some kind of like tale of a journey.
The way these markings are written seems to indicate that it is either a fable of sorts or some form of poem. There's a repeating structure that goes along with it.
And each repeating verse appears to be just like the next stanza of this poem. It's hard to tell exactly what it's saying, but you can tell that there's some kind of journey and
Right.
a singular person going on a journey in a sea or an ocean or some kind of network.
It seems to indicate that whether it be a poem or a song or a fable, it's about a journey of a singular entity. It's interesting. I can't read it specifically, but it does seem to detail the journey of something or someone.
Buck, your scanner there seems to be indicating a lot, huh?
Yeah, Warden, if I would like to look where there is a ping of a sign of life and try to see if I see it with my naked eye.
You locate a ping and look over, and you see almost like this glittering light, and then it kind of, as the ping fades, the light fades, and another ping pops up. You see this glittering light. It's almost like someone's sprinkling glitter.
Cap,
From
do you see
nowhere.
these shimmers?
Can I see them as well?
As he points them out to you, you start to see them.
Yeah. Yeah,
Corresponding with the scanner.
Yeah, I do.
Everyone roll a sanity save.
Here we go. Just like to let everyone know I'm at 7 stress right now.
If you
I just
have
want you to-
the slick socket, you can roll with advantage.
Oh,
You said fear or sanity?
Sanity.
I rolled a 1,
Okay.
which is good in this game.
yeah. I got an 18. I'm good.
What would the opposite of a 1 be? Would that be a 99?
Is that what you just got?
Three
Would that-
zeros make a 100.
Did you
But
just
a
get a
99
critical fail?
is a critical failure.
Okay.
I fail as well.
You fail.
I
Everyone
succeed.
that fails, take
Oh, we all gain 1 stress because Tommy failed.
Tommy, you cued in everyone's stress, but anyone who fails, roll 1d10, and you gain that much stress.
Excuse me?
This was a stress, right? Not a panic?
Stress.
Oh, I won. I rolled a 1.
Nice.
6 ain't nothing.
6.
I can feel
sorry.
Tommy's blood
So-
pressure.
So, I gained 6 stress? Is that what I just heard?
Yes.
Holy crap.
You just took in a lot, you know? There's a lot,
Buckford.
I'm sure.
Buckford and Tommy, you see the shimmers start to multiply, and then they begin to form a dark silhouettes, and they're standing and watching you, and they begin to form more and more around you. And there are these things that are watching you in the hallway as you walk forward.
I activate my external so they can hear. I can talk out into
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
the world.
Do I feel like they're aggressive or negative in nature?
You feel
Is
neutral.
there... Okay.
Neutral.
You're a little stressed.
Oh, cool. I mean, a little is to, put it lightly.
Hello. We are the crew of the Destiny, and we are here at the request of... What is the cowboy's name?
Theodore, Ted.
We are
Theodore.
here at the request of Theodore. We have brought gifts, and would graciously request entrance to your home.
Just ahead of you, the hallway starts to close in. It narrows in and then stops. And then you see a wall cover closing the entryway where you just saw, and the new door opens. And it's like there's a new room has formed in front of you.
Thank you.
Is that good? Is that good?
I'm going to make myself believe it is good at this moment.
Should we retether to him?
I think. Oh yeah, I'll just like go ahead and tether myself to Peter. I think at this point, if they wanted to do something, they could have. Like Buck pointed out, they're all around. But we have to trust that when he said that they wanted to help with to meet in person, that we have to trust here.
Huh. Should we go forward?
Yep.
All right. On we go. And I start walking forward.
You walk further into this chamber.
Yeah.
Roll me a sanity save as you cross the threshold.
All of us?
Everyone, I guess, yeah.
We all would eventually make it through.
That one I failed. By a lot.
Pass.
Pass. Nice.
I rolled a 71 and my sanity save is 24.
Fail.
23 over 40. Yeah.
Are you roll for Dr. Chen?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was saying, do I need to roll?
Sorry about that. Let's let me do a double check real quick.
I've got 2 stress.
You've succeeded on one, Adrian. And you failed on this one, which means you begin to see glittery lights forming in the corners of this chamber that you've just entered.
Right, but he gets advantage.
Oh, yeah.
Because I don't want another stress from another scientist failing, so roll that again.
Sure. And you do succeed, so you don't see anything.
Scientists should not be together on missions.
Right, it's just like
No
a domino
one should bring an
effect.
android anywhere.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Peter, this room, as you enter, is surrounded with these figures. These shadowy figures are all along the wall in the corners, and they're watching you. Peter, you notice these things too. This is a room full of some kind of shadowy beings that are watching you as you enter in.
Interesting. I can finally see you.
There is...
Greetings.
Oh, what was that?
I just said greetings.
We see one of the shadowy figures comes towards you, and then in the center of the room, there's a square that begins to recede into the floor. And then from this little hole that formed, a pedestal comes up. And you all recognize very similarly, but not the same. It's one of those keys, and it comes up on the pedestal. It's a different shaped one, but it's made of the same material, and you can tell it's a key. It just has that look. It's this strange looking artifact. And then the pedestal, it just sits there. It's gently vibrating.
Interesting.
What do you want us to do here? You invited us.
You hear nothing.
I take the cart and I wheel it, or bring it, drag it, whatever it is, up to the next to the podium, and I set it there and I present it to them.
You hear this like wind just gust through the whole place.
I do have some concerns of taking this key with us, if that is what you want us to do. Unfortunately, the last key that we came into possession of put us in a situation that was unfortunate.
I agree. I also have some concerns.
Do they want us to take the key? Or choose?
Choose.
Take our
Did you
shoes
guys
off.
hear choose? What are we choosing?
Did you say take our shoes off? Did you say that?
What? Choose. I heard choose.
You want us to choose whether to take or leave the item? Is that what you were
It
referring
is done. And you see another door across the way open up.
to? Did someone choose?
What's done?
Did I choose?
You see a small shape enter the room. It's probably not more than 1.5 feet, 2 feet tall, maybe. It comes in slowly. And Kiko recognizes it first. It looks like exactly, almost perfectly, like Lord Kingsley.
What?
And you see it just wagging its tail, and it goes over and it like looks at the box and sniffs it around and goes around the box sniffing it.
Lord Kingsley?
What?
I like get down, I crouch down and tell him to come over, and I look at it. Can I tell any difference? Is this...
The eyes of this Lord Kingsley are like galaxies. As you see this, you can see there's spiraling stars in the eyes of this dog.
What did you choose?
What did you do to my dog?
I don't believe that is actually your dog.
I don't know.
I think they wanted you to choose the form they took. Since they have a penchant for driving people crazy, they probably wanted to give you the option as to how they would appear so as to not break your mind. In Buckford's case, they chose something familiar to him, a cowboy, and in your case, they chose something familiar to you, Lord Kingsley.
I'm
Excellent
gonna
hypothesis.
She's good.
go down and scratch.
Buckford, are you okay? Your eyes, they are...
Oh, Buckford. You have this
Oh,
urge
no.
that overtakes
Yes.
you.
I have a
The
what?
closer you
Excuse
get,
me?
an urge that overtakes you, the closer you get to that key.
Mm-hmm.
Your heart, you can't get quite to it though because you're tethered.
Mm.
Buckford,
But-
why are you pulling against
Stop
the
pulling.
tether?
Why is his cortisol levels and his heart rate up? This is abnormal.
The tether's
Buck,
keeping
are
me
you-
from it.
Yes.
Is it like a clip tether? Is it like
Yeah.
how did
D-ring.
Peter?
It's like a D ring.
It's just a carabiner.
Just a carabiner.
And then yours would connect to someone else as well. Then
When I
they would have to.
if I touch this what Proto Kingsley or whatever, is it solid? What happens?
You put your hand on Proto Kingsley and roll me a sanity save.
Is this an advantage with the slickware?
Yes.
Alright, pass. 14.
You just hear this in your head. Take the key.
I go back for some scritches. I say, what does the key do? What is it harmful?
You don't know.
You don't know what the key does and you want us to grab it?
Take the key.
The key brought those terrible monsters around.
Yes.
So then why would we take it?
Help.
Help?
What? Kiko. Hey, we can only hear half of a conversation over here.
Right, sorry, it's telling me to take the key and to ask for help.
The
They said
key
they
that
don't-
almost got us killed?
Yeah, they said they don't know what it does.
Then why
I
would we
guess.
take it?
I don't know, that's what I said.
Why do they want the key?
I don't think they do want it. They want us to take
The
it.
others, they
Oh.
do. Why
Oh,
do
oh,
they
the
want
sca-
the key?
The vultures.
I don't think
Ask
I'm
him.
crazy enough to talk to them. One of you has to do it.
I touched Proto Kingsley's head. Why do the scavengers, the vultures, why do they want the key?
Look, and then you have a vision. And you see this spherical shape shattering into a million pieces. And then there's just streams of water connecting in a web of back and forth motions. And there's like, suddenly you see a spider's web. And it's just a spider crawling along the web, and then like a stick pokes through the web, and then the web collapses on the stick. And then there's this array of stars spinning, and then you see little lines are connecting all the dots and making this network, and then it collapses around to itself into a little hole, into this one singular point, and it looks kind of like the key. You can see the key in front of you.
I don't know what I just saw. The a web and the galaxy, the stars interconnecting into this web and forming into the key.
They want more people to join them, the way you have.
I'm going to reach in to my bag, whatever I have, and bring out a data pad.
Got
And I'm
it.
going to look at them and say, would you please, is it easier to communicate the way you spoke to me before?
And then the data
And I
pad
put
lights up, and you see it just scramble. Just brightly scribbling through graphics and glyphs and text, and pictures come up, and suddenly you see things from the internet. There's a connection here for some reason. And then like there's just text files are opening up all at the same time and closing. And finally, you see just this one document open up, and it just says YES dot.
Wonderful. Why do you need us to take the key? In the simplest terms you can explain.
And then it just says key is shroud. Shroud is key. Key is from shroud. And then it
What?
deletes everything and it's just typed out. Then it starts typing again. We not shroud.
Interesting.
What's interesting?
Sorry. The key came from the shroud. They are not the shroud.
What?
So I believe this is also alien technology to them. What do you need us to do with the key?
And then you just see like it scrambles and scrambles, and then just a picture of the Rosetta Stone comes up. And then another one comes up, another angle of it, another picture, and starts overloading your pad. Just pictures of the Rosetta Stone coming over and over again.
I'm gonna start taking some steps towards it slowly.
The birds start chirping and getting noisy, and the rodents start chirping and making weird little squeak noises. You see the
Yes,
dog
to-
starts wagging its tail. The
You
closer
need us
you
to
get.
Take the key to the Rosetta Stone?
What? Take the key to the Rosetta Stone?
The key is the Rosetta Stone.
Sorry.
It's knowledge.
Yes. Excuse me, this is all a little much.
I'll look back at everyone and I'll untether myself and walk towards the key.
Kiko, what are you doing?
The closer you get, the key starts vibrating. You can see like
We came here for something. Someone's got to.
What?
Before she touches it, can I roll a speed check?
yeah, if you like.
I succeed on a speed check if you want to.
What would you like to do?
I want to catch her wrist and grab the key.
Okay,
Right.
if it's an opposed check, then it's whoever. If we both succeed, it's whoever rolled highest and succeeded.
Okay.
I failed, so
I rolled a 20.
it's fine. I'm being very tentative here. I'm not quite 100%
Yeah.
certain.
I'm only doing this if her fingers are about to touch the key.
Yeah, it's like a slow.
We
So
should
I'm
do
staring-
something about
You see the
this.
dog starts jumping around in a little circle. It starts getting real like playful. The closer you get, it's excited.
So I'm looking at the pad, and then I look up and I see she's about to touch it, and I go, Kiko, please. If we're going to take this, let me touch it. We don't know what this one does.
We don't know what any of them do.
Correct.
If you're sure, Okay.
Now, before I take this key, I would like to ask one more question. Did the scavengers make this?
You see the document stop. Well, the Rosetta Stone stuff just stop coming up, and then all of the windows start closing. And then you just see the text document opens back up and just NO, period.
Okay. This is technology that they want, but they did not make.
Okay.
And you want us to figure out what it does
YES, period.
and not let them get it.
YES, period, over and over again starts appearing on the pad.
Okay.
How many keys are there?
And you see ... question mark.
They do not know. They want us to take the key and I assume figure out what it does. But the scavengers want it, and they don't want them to have it.
Why don't they figure it out? Why is it up to us?
Considering their high level of technology, I would assume they cannot figure it out or they are incapable of interfacing with the key.
But there has to be some type of give and take here. If
That's
we
fair.
agree to take the key, then they need to stop withholding their information. I can't see you, but I know you're there. And it's clear you know something about these vultures. So if we take this key for you and figure out what it does, then you need to help the people on Voidport. That's the deal. I don't know if that's a yes or a no.
You see the shadows start moving around to kind of like they're getting closer to each other, further away from each other, and they start like bustling about. Everyone who has seen them previously can see these shadows bustling about.
So yelling at the aliens was a good choice? Is that what we're going
I'm
for?
not yelling at them. It's loud in here. All the wind keeps bustling around.
If we are to
Look
take,
at my cortisone levels.
if we are to take the key, some assistance on your part with the people of Voidport would be needed. If there's anything you can do to help those people, it would be greatly appreciated.
You see that Lord Kingsley just rolls over on his back with his tail wagging.
Is that a yes?
And the pad turns off. And it
I'll
reboots.
take that. Oh,
All right, Peter. I've reached down and I'm gonna pick up the little Kingsley and just sort of hold him.
That's not the real Kingsley, right? Like that's
it
we're all in
is-
agreement.
Yes. It is not.
I just see her petting air.
If
Oh, you can't see.
as far as I'm aware, they want us to take this in order to figure out what it does and its connection with the shroud, and to keep it away from the scavengers. And in return, I'm going to take it as a yes that they will assist the people of Voidport in their plight.
Well, whether or not we know what it is, if this is some sort of technology, I think I'm inclined to agree that I don't want the vultures, whatever those creatures were that attacked, to have it either.
Sure.
But we also can't drag those things around the galaxy with us in our wake.
That is
Yeah.
true.
Their appearance on Voidport just seems very... The timing is a bit suspect.
It is.
I agree.
But I think these creatures are in good faith because... I don't know.
I am not reading any hostile intent.
It's not very scientific of me to say so, but my gut says yes.
Exactly. I was having a having a hard time putting words to it as well.
As they talk, you can feel the pull growing in you. The keys vibrating.
Are we all of the consensus that we are taking this key?
Abstain.
I feel like I shimmied off those carabiners
Okay.
while everybody's been talking. And
Yeah.
I don't know, and all that hubbub, everybody's they're discussing it, but all I hear is that key.
At this point, I have turned my back to the key and I'm talking to everybody, so.
Oh man, I feel that key.
Buckford,
what's
you
the worst
see an
thing-
opening. Just touch it. Just touch it.
I can't do it. Touch it.
You see, everyone sees Buckford touch the key. And
What?
sanity save, please.
For everyone or just
No,
Buck?
just Buckford.
Okay.
This time with disadvantage.
Disadvantage, alright. Come on, guys. What's the worst that can happen? Touching an alien key that opens up. Well, because at disadvantage, I failed.
Buckford, you see a small stream of stars, miniature stars, start streaming out of the key and swirling around in front of you. They form a small galaxy, and they begin spinning faster and faster and faster. And you can see them in your eyes. This galaxy is spinning and reflecting in your eyes. You're seeing yourself for a second. You're looking at yourself, but it's you with galaxies for eyes. But then you blink, and you're back to normal. And you can see the dog is being pet, and you can see that the room is surrounded by shadowy figures. And who saw Buckford touch the key?
I mean, I guess
What?
I guess we did because we're facing it.
You saw just
Yeah.
as a quick, brief tap that Buckford did right in the middle of y'all talking.
Buck,
Buckford, please.
What?
What?
We were discussing it and then you touched it?
Buck, are you all right?
And Buckford, you see the dog look over at you slowly. You did it.
I did it.
Wait, is the dog saying it?
The tail wags, and you can just see it. Buckford.
What is it, little fella?
Make them touch the key.
When if it's looking
This is
over,
gonna sound weird. It's gonna sound weird.
if it's looking in his direction. I put Kingsley down on the ground. I'm like, go ahead, I guess.
Buckford, you hear this. No one else can hear this.
What's gonna sound weird?
We don't know what
Oh.
it is.
They don't know what it is, but they
We need
think
your help.
they think they need our help. And Lord Kingsley's not gonna lie to us. And we're here, right? We've done pretty well for ourselves so far. So just, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say we should all touch this key.
What?
I'll look at the others.
Touch.
That's what we came here for. And I
What?
just go over and grab it as well.
Roll a sanity save. Disadvantage.
I look to.
Is it a straight roll with the?
I guess it's a straight roll, yeah.
Okay,
I look to
it's a failure.
everybody else besides the two of them who've touched it, and I can remove us from the chamber if you want.
Kiko, you see a swirling of stars come out, and a small galaxy starts to swirl around right above the key, and it fills in your vision, and you can feel this awakening, and the slick socket begins to activate in your brain for a second, and then it stops, and then you can see the proto Kingsley in front of you, and he kind of looks over at you, and his eyes meet with yours. You did it. Thank you. It'll be easier to talk now.
So I'm very upset, and I'm like, I'm not gonna touch that key, and I tap it as I try to point to it.
As you tap, roll your sanity save.
God damn it.
I rolled for that.
Are you rolled?
I just.
Oh no, indeed no. 85.
You also see the same vision now. It's stars swirling. The small galaxy appears to be entering your brain, but
Everyone's
the difference
stress
here,
goes up.
Everyone's stress goes up, and Kiko and Buckford, you see the spectacle happen again. You see the small galaxy swirl in front of Tommy's face, and then as he's looking, his eyes dilate, and the stars go straight into the blackness of his eyes. And his eyes sparkle just a tiny bit. And Tommy, you see the dog look over to you, and it says, "You did it."
We can speak to them now. We hear them. The Kingsley's talking to us.
Why didn't they just say that's what it was?
You gotta
Why didn't they just say that?
We tried. We tried. We tried. You hear it all around you. We tried.
Oh, we're sorry.
It's hard to do this without the key.
They're just trying to communicate with us. Ruha,
come on.
all of you. Asher, we can hear them now.
Asher just goes
I am
over,
okay with
puts
the
his hand on the key
translator.
immediately.
He puts his hand
I am as well.
Yeah, I think the translation is fine. You all seem very capable of being the go-between, so
Are
you
they
can
still
do
tethered
that.
to us?
You see
to
Asher
you, yeah.
vision go into his eyes too. Ah, this is what happened. It's happening.
Mm-hmm.
But this is different. And the dog looks over at all y'all. Well, all right. It's working. The tail starts wagging a bit. Now we can get down to business. We don't
What?
know where this thing came from. It came from those who shrouded us. All of
Wait,
us.
shrouded.
Wait, you were shrouded
thought-
too.
Yeah, we thought you did the shroud.
No,
This is what I said earlier. I did not.
it wasn't us. But when the shroud broke, whoever made it left. But they hid many things from us. We think it's some kind of glue? Wait, no, that's not right. Zoo. We think it was some kind of zoo. The caretakers left, but they forgot to tell us we were all here in the zoo.
Wait, we're the animals in the zoo?
Yes.
So so you all had the same shroud around you too.
We thought we were the only things in this galaxy, in this world, in this universe.
How many others have also had this? These scavengers too? Have they just recently?
We believe so. The key seems to open up doors, many doors. But not all of us are the same. Those things like to fiddle. Fiddle with biology. We can't do this. We don't function the same way.
This is huge. This is. Well, they're saying that we were like a animals in a zoo. That the shroud covered them as well. And they don't know who did it. and they think the scavengers as well. And God, who knows how many others there must be out there. What does this mean? I don't even know.
How can we stop the vultures or scavengers?
We can. The shroud's been lifted. Now they know we exist. Isolation was a valid strategy even in the old world.
That's
and
correct.
Isolation is no longer available to us.
There's
Everything's
nothing we
changed.
Seems that will be a new reality that we have to adjust to and adapt to. Because if what you're saying is true, they're not going away.
Yeah.
But now we have the advantage of being able to adapt because we won't be caught off guard by these things. They were probably going to come whether we liked it or not.
Exactly.
You know? But so now we have a leg up on the situation at the very least.
Agreed.
Yeah.
They're not here because of the key. They're here in spite of the key.
Yeah.
Obviously, they want something to do with it, but they were going to find us one way or another once the shroud was lifted.
Is this key specifically from your shroud?
We found many of them. We've traded with some other humans, but something went wrong. When they touched the key, they opened up the door to everything, and that's where the scavengers came. It's like a beacon.
Oh.
A signal's been sent out. We don't know who else has heard this beacon, though. It can't just be the three of us. We believe there's many, many more.
Wait, so you're saying if we were at a zoo, somebody turned on the feeding alarms and left all the doors unlocked?
Yes, a zoo. It's run amok. That's correct.
Shit!
Yeah, that's not good.
All right.
We are speeding up evolution on a galaxy level at a.
We are not
breakneck
prepared
speed.
for this. He is right.
We've got.
But if the key is the shroud and it unlocked the shroud, maybe we can relock the scavenger's cage.
They told us we can't close the door. They told us that
mean-
before.
Because they don't know how, but that's because it's not their creation.
But
That's why they're
yeah,
giving
yeah,
it to
yeah.
us, because they're not intelligent enough to figure it out, but maybe we can.
take it
But
and,
is it
and
just the
see
scavengers?
Right, is
Well,
it gonna
God
lock
knows
up?
what else is out there, but the scavengers are the immediate threat that we have to turn the lock back on.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Well,
Have you tried to close it yet?
We have not tried to close it, but we know that these keys function as translators. If you keep it in close proximity, you should be able to have a Rosetta Stone to communicate with others, not us. To us, we are not the others. We are all that were. You are the others.
yeah, that makes
Very
sense.
safe.
They say that the keys are a translator. That we should, as long as we keep it around, we'll be able to understand others out there.
Perhaps, and this is just a guess, education guess right here, is that once we collect all the individual keys, just like the Rosetta Stone, we can find instruction. It will actually give us a blueprint for instructions to reactivate the shroud, or at least control
Yeah.
it.
Oh my god, mate.
It's not a bad hypothesis.
I can't believe we just threw one out that shit. I mean, we didn't know what it did.
You
No.
threw one out?
But
Well,
they're also beacons. So as soon
Exactly.
as we touch one,
Our theory was correct, which is that as soon as we got rid of it, we no longer became a target. And if we bring this on board, we don't know what else is listening.
If is there a way to make it a beacon? Why are the scavengers not here right now?
We just activated it.
Oh shit! All right. Well, fuck.
oh,
They
I thought
might
this
not
only
come
talks to
here now.
you. This talks to.
It's a doorway. We opened it. Now everything can talk to everything. We think there might even be others that are listening to us right now that we've yet to meet.
It's broadcasting to all sorts of frequencies, is what he's saying.
It's an open
Yeah, so-
airwave.
So, but it's a communication device, so we need this key with us. It's gonna sound ironic, but Cap, I think you nailed it on the head. That key, That's our destiny. We gotta take it. Let's go.
Can we stop it from transmitting and turn it back on to transmit it when we need it?
You can try.
Maybe we can figure out a way. I don't think that they know any more than we do at this point.
This technology is some kind of ingrained universal knowledge that not even we can figure out. We just know that it allows you to communicate. And it allows you to find other keys.
Well, if we can find other keys with this, if we think it's somehow gonna help control whatever these shrouds.
We have no choice. It's either that or we see extinction. The worst case scenario, extinction on a universal scale.
Jesus, I mean, okay. There's got to be other benevolent ones out there too. We can't all be. There's got to be other people out there, other species that.
I have no doubt in my mind there are benevolent ones out there, but there are also going to be those that want you to become part of the becoming. I mean, think about it. For all we know, the people at Voidport came in contact with one of these keys. That opened their brains to the influence of these scavengers.
Yeah.
And thus started the invasion of Voidport.
The reality is that although this has allowed you to communicate with everyone else, your brain's firewalls are now down, for lack of a better term.
Yeah.
You can't really tell who's going to come knocking. At least until we learn how to turn it off.
Yeah, but it seems like
It is highly
Buck
likely.
said, it was gonna happen either way. I don't think we've got I don't think we can turn away from this.
No, I am not saying we should. Especially now that we know the scale of the security breach, as it were. But more so than anything else, I'm curious what happened to the architects of this technology and why it was no longer in their interest to isolate us from one another.
Yeah.
Why is this our responsibility?
Well, for me, honestly, it would be great for ratings because I've been writing my memoirs while I've been on this journey, so...
Oh, you are
It would
gonna need
probably
a
be
release
fantastic.
from me, but you are never gonna get.
Well, good luck with my lawyer team because they are a crack
This is
job,
not
let me tell you.
productive.
Wow.
If I could
We'll
get in
just
on
call
that
you
novel.
Schmommy
Well, we need to get out of here.
McGlowen.
We're not productive at the moment. Why? My question still stands. Why is this the responsibility of us?
Oh,
Peter,
You don't have to do this. We could just find others.
That's
I think
what I
we
was
just...
Peter, you are on a ship called the Destiny that just witnessed an entire port of people rip each other to shreds. A plague, a pox has been unleashed. Pandora's box is opened and it cannot be closed. And you're asking me why it falls to us?
The ship is called the Destiny because Captain Larson named it that.
The ship is called the Destiny because something in her brain told her to name it that. How can you not
Destiny doesn't
care?
exist. Life just is.
Let's.
And life
play-
should be protected, should it not?
Yes, it should. But does that mean that we have to?
Somebody has to.
I lean down and look at the key and sort of, oh, can you understand us? Can you turn off the beacon? It's shot in the dark, but I figure might as well try asking. And I'm touching it at the same time.
This is exceedingly dangerous, what you are all talking about.
Kiko, as you speak to it, Proto Kingsley looks over at you. We think you're talking into something when you do that.
Oh,
We're not sure who you're speaking to.
well,
This is
Yeah.
very similar to if I understand correctly, it is similar to the Planthea. which is from J.R.R. Tolkien's The Lord of the Rings, it is a communication device that can be opened to anybody who knows how to use it.
And we do not know who else may be watching.
Yes, Dr. Bhullar, exactly.
And yet there is danger. There's always going to be danger. I mean, you read me all those stories when we were growing up, Peter.
Yes, they are stories. They are stories that children read when they are children. I did not mean for you to then decide to put your life in those situations.
Someone has to do something. Like Dr. Chen said, like, this is not a we can just like close our eyes and let it be. I mean, it's
Yes.
a catastrophe.
I understand. I am just voicing my opinion.
Who is
using
going to
my
believe
free will.
us? Who are we going to call, Peter? Which organization do
Yeah,
we
who
call and
is
tell them we
responsible?
found an alien obelisk and a talking dog told us to we have to fix this key in order to reactivate a shroud so that creatures that digest and make human golems out of other humans so that they don't sweep across the galaxy and kill all of us. Who's going to believe it? Who's going to answer the call? The Avengers?
I believe you are all misunderstanding. I am not saying we do not do this. I am just trying to voice and let you all understand the amount of absolute danger you are putting yourselves in by doing this.
Yeah.
Buckford,
I don't care if I die. I do not have an attachment to life. It doesn't work the same for me. You all do, which you are very much throwing out the window right now.
Buckford,
So then I walk away and I die anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
you see.
How long will I be able to run from those things?
The galaxy is big. It is possible you will die of natural causes before they find you.
I mean,
Buckford.
you're also assuming they're not natural, and I mean, it's
You see
chain
the
of life, right? The circle of life. Yes. Horde.
Proto Kingsley looks over to you and says, "We'll take the gifts you brought us, and we will take care of them. It's an effort to study what life is like on your planet. I am ready to go with you.
You're ready to go with me.
I am the ambassador.
The ambassador is ready to go with me.
He's coming with
The
us.
ambassador loves the gifts for purposes of studying life like ours. Isn't that right?
You don't have to do the dog thing anymore."
That's habit. Sorry.
Once again, I am not saying that I object or that we do not do this. It just seemed like you all were all of a sudden very gung-ho about the situation.
Well, I think it's because
Well-
the other option
talk to
is
an
facing those terrible things and having it destroy our loved ones and worlds that we know.
I saw like the entire universe appear up in front of me and then go into my eyes. I don't
And
know.
God knows what else might follow in their wake. This is just vultures. There could be
Yeah.
other things.
You are correct. It is much more likely that we will encounter aggressive species than peaceful ones.
Yes.
And you
don't
know
those
what,
odds.
Peter?
You don't know those odds.
The beacons of Gondor are lit.
We have to go.
We are Rohan.
We gotta. Hey, we gotta.
Wait,
Do
go.
we
wait.
answer the call or do we not?
What are you saying? Wait, what do we call
She's
you?
right.
Yeah. What do we call it? And should we? Can we do something about that form? Because it might get a little confusing on the ship.
We
can change it.
Tell the difference. No, this form's great.
You
Well,
see,
Dr. Ruhan, I can't see this form.
Neither
I don't know if
can
I'm not comfortable with the three of us not seeing
Well,
this form on the
touch
ship.
Touch
the
the key.
then. I grab the key and like come up to Dr. Chen. I'm not gonna force you. I'm just saying.
You've got fleshy, spit-bitten things that reassemble themselves, or you've got a talking dog and a space rock.
This is
what is the obstacle?
Expending your capabilities.
Dr. Ruha, your
Kiko,
thoughts?
I don't believe you need to convince them. I believe they need to make this choice. No.
But I can speak to them.
Kiko,
your doctor was right, though. There are others coming.
Oh shit! There are others coming. Do you not decide? Are we take?
Should we talk about
Can
this
we
on
take
the
this
ship,
with
there,
us?
Ambassador?
Is this?
We'll need to.
All right.
Well, then eventually we can come to the decision whether we want to do it
Exactly.
or not, Dr. Chen.
But
Put
we
it
should
in-
Don't have to decide that right now.
What is
Yes.
the shape of this one?
It's a little more refined than the other one. It looks a lot more like it was like a piece of something that's been broken off.
Okay.
Base has like a slightly uneven edges.
All right. Put it in a pack. Let's go. Sounds like they're coming. Are the rest of you going to be all right?
The rest of us? Yes, we exist on many planes.
Okay then. Well, let's go back to the ship. It doesn't sound like
Yeah.
it's safe. Going to be safe
Tether
here for
back
much
up there.
longer.
Retether?
Yeah.
What is the story that is on your walls?
It's an old fairy tale.
Let's start moving.
The tales of adventurers that went off into the stars. They found great stories and all kinds of things. Stuff we tell the children.
Fairy tales.
Children of our kind.
Fine.
You make your way back to the ship?
Yeah, when we step
not
out the
like
temple,
this.
do we see... Like, there's nothing on the horizon, right? Like, it still
You
seems
see-
clear.
The wind gusting about you. It's hard to see really anything else.
yeah. Okay. Yeah, we'll make our way back to the ship unless anyone is protesting.
No. We should go.
Alright. I'll come back to Selena. Hey Selena, we're just making our way back onto the ship now.
Radio! I'll get it open for you.
Okay.
The ship's little door, the ramp opens up for y'all to get in. The airlock is open.
I usher for Proto Kingsley to go ahead.
He runs in.
Oh yeah, no, you didn't tell us what can we call you?
We don't function that way.
Okay.
You can call me the ambassador.
The ambassador. Alright. Fair enough, ambassador. Get back in, close the ship door. Okay.
We're detecting a new spacecraft entering the atmosphere.
Spacecraft.
Get out of here. Let's
I will take us out of orbit.
go and strap myself into it.
Get a scan if you can on our way out of whatever that craft is. As much information as we can glean.
Affirmative.
Warden, please
Cams.
scan, yes, any information you can from the ship as we leave orbit.
As you leave, you catch glimpses of this strange, vertical-looking ship entering the orbit, and it starts trying to land where you landed, and it makes contact, and it has these like legs that come out, like, and they close down, like, and then the ship kind of settles in and kind of opens up, almost like a flower, but it just like begins to open, and you see this like some kind of reformation happening on the ship.
Like,
There appears to be some kind of weapon being activated from this aircraft.
Shit.
Um,
We have to
Warden,
get
prepare for.
far out of here.
Yeah, I'm working on it. Warden, prepare to be fired on.
Correct. We are about to be fired on.
Okay, just jump. Everyone strap in and just
Oh,
jump.
come on, not again.
A short one. Come on. Just go. Just
Proto
do it. We've
Kingsley?
got to get out of here.
The ship jumps. Everything freezes. Time freezes. Everything is still. For some reason, Proto Kingsley moves around in normal time, and you can see him wandering around, walking around normally. This is much easier to communicate. I think you can still hear me. I can't tell. Y'all are being very odd. But I can communicate to you in this way. And we just ran into the Vankra, a very aggressive race of aliens that we have failed to communicate with. hopefully you can be the first. But for now, just understand that when they have a target, they never let up. They never cease to follow once they've targeted something. It's some part of their culture. We'll figure it out. Don't worry. And then the jump stops.
Oh.
I don't miss that.
Yeah, I want to puke. I want to puke again. I want to puke.
The Vankra? Did you all hear?
Did
Ambassador.
I hear that?
Oh, yes.
Was Peter able to hear him too?
Peter, you heard everything.
I heard it. The Vanguard.
All right.
That can't be good.
Making a note. Aggressive. Okay.
Yeah, write that down. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's noted.
Interesting. The way time and space work while we're in the jump allows them to communicate easier.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I don't know. I guess maybe some more jumps are in our future. Sorry.
What? No.
No,
Okay.
it is not advisable for any of you to be awake during your
Sure.
jump.
So Lynn comes over. So what happened?
Oh,
Well,
no.
A lot.
we were swimming in a pool
Hey, Len, catch.
on a cruise ship.
I toss her the key. Toss them the key.
Oh,
What is wrong with you?
Lynn grabs it. Whoa.
Oh, that was unethical.
I walk over to Lynn and I take the key. Look, this shouldn't be treated as a joke. This is an incredibly serious situation.
You're right.
He's
No one should
right.
be forced to touch this thing unless they mean to.
He's right.
I'm sorry, Lynn.
That's going in your performance review. See, that's
I-
more
I knew
first
it.
mate behavior.
I knew it.
Is that Peter's first time touching the key?
That's your first time touching this key, right?
Yeah.
Roll me a sanity save.
I pass.
You pass, but nevertheless, you see a small shape forming near Kiko's feet. It's Lord Kingsley, but it's a different Lord Kingsley. The formation is slow, procedural almost. Like it's been digitized into place.
I see the other dog now.
It's ambassador. The ambassador.
Good. Well, I'm going to go put this in the science lab. If anyone decides they want to opt into touching it, that's where you can find it. Until then, there will be no more surprise infections.
Yeah, all right.
He's right.
We appear to be. We appear to be being chased by spacecraft.
What, is it the same one that landed?
It appears to be so.
It tracked us after a jump?
It's coming in fast. Very fast.
Okay, we gotta do a bigger jump? I don't know. We should go into cryo.
Everybody get into cryo.
Okay.
As y'all prepare to go into cryo, we're going to end this episode. The final episode, season 1, in hot pursuit by the Vankra. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, Neurofourier, for joining us again.
Aliens everywhere! They're everywhere.
Bad decisions everywhere.
Ah,
You
shit,
should have
I
touched it. You guys
forgot
should have
to
touched.
Ask if they liked my jacket.
You can ask
Keeping my
Master, it'll be fine.
firewalls.
I'm not touching that. Mm-mm.
Thank you, everyone,
Yes.
for joining us.
Yeah.
This has been a really fun time making this. It's been an adventure in itself.
Yeah. And I want to say thank you, everyone involved. It's been so wonderful working with you all. And we would love to make more in the future. And we, in fact, have launched an Indiegogo for season 2. You can see more details there. We will have links for you. We have been trying to make a high-level production for you all, and obviously it's hard to keep up without some more dedicated budget to go towards it. As much as we love doing it, we all do this professionally as well, and it's taxing for a limited amount of people to work on, so we would love to keep making this for you all. And we've got some patches and some Lord Kingsley pins and a cool blueprint design of the Destiny as you can get as a poster. So hopefully you all check that out and can help us keep hopefully saving our universe? Question mark?
Yeah.
In future seasons.
It is highly likely that we will die.
We all die.
Yeah, we're stalling our destiny.
Technically, I don't without outside assistance.
Anyway, thank you all so much.
Thank you for joining
Thank you.
us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Tune in to the VOD on YouTube.